Welcome to a new world upon which you stand. Many of you now awaken in darkened cells in a small town of Mountaintoe, a place you have never been or seen for most of you. Some of you are not even from this land, this country of humanity called Mandornia. Here, the world is ruled by a dark empress who has somehow discovered the secret of immortality, which she shares with her lords and ladies who rule the land. Though the immortality is existent, it is supplied by a secret mineral mined out of the mountain of Dralick Mountain. Here, every week, hundreds of slaves are sent towards the mountain for prisons to work themselves till the day they die in the mountain with no hope of escape. Here we discover a small group of people being loaded up in her rooms in prison cells, waiting for the moment to be carted up the mountain, awaiting their death. As each of you start looking around, you hear laughter and howling from the outside, and slowly you see what looks to be the sounds of soldiers clattering in armor. Some of you know what these are. These are from the Lord of the city, the Lord of Lupin. He and his wolf guard are responsible for carting up the prisoners every few months or weeks up the mountain for the supplies to be given up to the mountain. Now, with only mere hours before you are about to begin your journey, you feel dread cross your feelings and your minds. Till finally, a person knocks on your door. You see this armored figure in a wolf mask and giant axe grab each of you one by one and start hauling you towards a wooden wagon. You're gonna have fun up there. It's always good to have new slaves ready. Each one of you are carted in, and eventually a little gnome appears as well. And as they hear a phrase of "Yah!" as you begin to slowly rattle forward and move. You look around each other, strangers who have never seen each other before, with nothing to look forward to but a slow and agonizing death in the mines. You may speak when you are ready.
Just a question. Did they take absolutely everything from our character?
You have no inventory, yes.
So anything sentimental is gone.
Yes. They would have taken it, and chances are they may have... For the purposes of depending what it is, some of the guards may have stolen it from you specifically. Unless you hit it somewhere clever depending on what it is.
The prison pocket. Okay.
If it was valuable, chances are one of the guards stole it from you.
Alright.
If it was meaningless and completely, sentimental only value, they may have let you keep something like a brass ring or something that would be completely pointless to them. Depending on what the item is. Actually, I will check which item you're talking about, and then I'll tell you.
There's not one listed anywhere.
Oh, okay. If you want to,
would have had.
Oh,
I'll message you. I'll message you what it would have.
Yeah, private text, private message me if you don't want the party to know, and I'll let you know if they would have took that from you.
Shift is sitting there with his eyes closed, just breathing very slowly.
They would have let you keep that one, there, Nano. They would have been worthless enough that they wouldn't have bothered.
Cool.
Sorry, Shift, what were you saying?
Alvor will. Are our hands bound at all in here?
At the moment, you are manacled with, steel brace manacles. Each manacle also has what looks to be a small gem encrusted into the center of it.
I was just saying Shift is just sitting there with his eyes closed. He's like breathing really slowly.
Well, amongst the giant orc you see with you, the half elves, the tabaxi, and the human woman, you also see a very nervous little gnome who's kind of just panting and kind of rocking very slowly, near having a panic attack.
Alivor will reach up and grasp his more or less dog tags for him and look at the gnome. I take it you're not in here for tax evasion.
No, oh God! No, I was just coming in and I got caught and I was just trying to feed my family and then they took me in here and God, we're going to be sent to the mountain. Oh God! Nobody ever gets out. You can tell from his
So that's-
nervous exterior he's freaking the fuck out.
There are many mountain.
Which mountain do you speak of, friend?
You don't know? It's the Dralick Mountains, where they send all those who were sentenced to die. It's nothing more than a death camp. You're gonna work there till you die, and I've heard horrible rumors about the place. Besides that, there's even worse than death up there.
Worse than death, you say?
Dogs.
What could possibly be worse than death?
I scoff.
He kind of looks around nervously at all of you. From what I hear, those who were... And he looks at himself specifically and over at the two half-elves. Those of the magical bloods. If they somehow survive long enough, they barely get twisted up there.
Twisted?
That's what I've heard. Sometimes I heard rumors of them coming down from the mountains, creatures that are almost humanish, but something's wrong with them.
I see. So you're going to this death camp over stealing?
Yes?
What did you steal?
I stole a few coins from a nobleman. I didn't know. I was just trying to get enough food to get by on.
Seems a bit extreme for the crime, if you ask me.
It doesn't take much to be sent up there.
Well, I presume all of us are here over something we either didn't do or something small. After all, it doesn't take much in this shithole of a country. He kind of looks over at the big orc for a moment, thinking if he should ask the orc what he did to get in here, and then just kind of, it's an orc. I'm sure I can get. He looks. He looks across from him. So what are you in for?
I freed horses from the stables.
Horses.
Did anyone die?
No, they.
That's a change of pace. What?
I kind of lean in towards Seletha at the word of horses.
They
And then I lean
belong
back.
to the Lord.
So they probably labeled you as a horse thief.
Yes.
He'll scan across and look at Shift for a moment. What about you? What are you in?
What about me?
What has you going up to this death camp?
Your guess is as good as mine. I arrived in this land only days ago.
So you're telling me you were caught crossing the border?
No, no. I was here for some time. Couple of days, helping people out. And then the metal-clad
Oh, shoot,
ones
sorry.
took me. And here I am.
I see. You'll kind of side glance over to the human and ask her the same question. And what about you? What minor
Restraint.
crime did you commit to be sentenced to death?
Framed for something I did not do.
Framed. I see. Well, I too was framed, in a sense.
Please do elaborate.
Hmm. Perhaps later. He'll look back over to the gnome. So, you seem to know a lot about this mountain we're going to. What can you tell me?
Well, only rumors I've heard from some people that used to be there, but all I know for certain is that people who go up there don't come back, and apparently the leader of the mountains called the Dark Warden.
You just said you heard it from people that used to be there.
Guards that came up, the traveling people, actually from Mountain's Toe.
As far as I've heard, no prison is inescapable.
I mean, if you can get out, I suppose, but it's going to take us even weeks by wagon to get up there. I mean, even if you get out, how would you get through the mountains?
I've lived my entire life in the wilds. It's not that difficult.
Oh. Kind of looks at you, kind of nervously shift. It's like, you're one of the beast people, right?
Bitch, I might be. What of it?
I've just never seen one of yours from around here, I suppose. Since
Well, I'm not from around here, as you would say.
oh. And he looks over at the giant orc, and you're fairly rare around here too, sir. You're not gonna eat me, are you?
I sniff in his direction.
He just starts like nervously looking and kind of like,
Are we tied to our bench? Like, are
technically
we
you're
bound to our bench?
you're slightly bound. It's kind of like when you have them in manacles and you have the chains underneath the bench that prevent you from like escaping the wagon, but you have like enough like 5 or 10 feet of movement in the wagon.
Okay, kind of like slowly inch my way closer towards this gnome.
So you edge closer to him, so you move
Like
there, and
just
no.
here, yeah.
He's like, I
I just sniff up, like from the floor.
just see his hair kind of fly up as you sniff hard.
Does it smell like?
He smells at
Smell
this
like
point like piss and shit. As you look down and See, something run down his leg. Sorry.
You see, the mountain is something worse than death. I wouldn't suppose that having this orc kill you wouldn't be much of an issue.
He just kind of looks back and forth and looks at the orc.
I wouldn't worry about being eaten. Not enough meat on your bones.
What on earth is wrong with you people?
Leave him alone.
It's true, though.
I was
Now
a
that I'm in the
mercenary
center of
back
the
in my
wagon,
day,
I
and I've
kinda-
seen some.
I've
I've
seen
seen
enough.
some bad
I've
shit
seen
before,
enough
but
orcs in my time. Neighboring countries.
Now that
If
I'm in
he
the
is
middle of the wagon, I
saying
sniff around.
Fret not much, my little gnomish friend. If it is a quick death you seek, perhaps the orc is your best means of that, but I have a feeling that's not what you want.
Or you best.
I'm the best.
Or you best.
Yeah, I'm the best.
I kind of strain against the manacles towards the no.
He
Like-
just kind of like backs up.
Yeah.
Easy, friend. Easy. Can I roll a persuasion to try and get him to let up?
Sure. Are you trying? Who are you trying to let up?
animal
Yeah.
handling.
Oh, yeah.
I wanna try and
Animal
get one of you
handling.
to settle down.
Yes, how about you roll animal handling instead? I think that'd fit better.
Yeah, you can roll persuasion or animal handling with the case of OU. Take your pick.
That's fucked.
How dare you? How do you handle this animal? Do I get back scratches?
I mean, well, our hands are bound. I kind of just like
Oh,
just calmly talk you back. Just easy.
I was
Leave
hoping
the
it
small
was.
one alone.
I was kind of hoping it'd be like Black Widow and Hulk.
I was actually half expecting him to give him belly scratches.
my hands are bound. I sit where I am.
That's a good boy.
Well, there are no
See?
ways.
I still
Nothing.
looking at the gnome though, but I sit.
Nothing to worry about.
Thank you. What was your name, sir?
You may call me Shift.
Nice to meet you, Shift. I'm Yeben.
Nice to meet you too. Circumstances could be better, however. This is where we find ourselves.
We cannot get out the magical means. That is one fact.
Indeed.
These gems are suppressing what magic that we have.
I try
Shift
and
like
break
spits
out.
at the manacles.
You try to break out, OU?
Yeah.
Roll me a strength check.
Roll strength.
This is where it happens.
13. This is
Okay,
what happened.
OU starts going, "Urgh!" He goes for a strength check. He just like, "Urgh!" You just see his like, almost like trying to pass a deuce as he's just trying to pull these manacles apart, but to no avail.
As much as I can, I try to bite towards the direction of my manacles.
You just watch as this giant orc tries gnawing on his manacles.
Do not like it here. I do not feel the connection to nature.
Yeben, you said this journey is going to take weeks.
Yeah, a week or two is from what I hear is what normally is how long it takes these caravans to get up the mountain.
I imagine that's more for the conditions, not so much the distance.
Probably true. It's also dangerous up here. They have to move at a relative pace due to the creatures that can attack.
What kind of creatures?
Wolves, bears. I've heard even yetis and stuff are in this part, and he looks up at the sky. Even worse things.
Plenty of
Really
friends to
good.
make.
Yes? Do all these folks usually talk to animals?
Not that I am aware of. But beasts do not have to be your enemy if you know how to convince them.
Oh. He looks over at Oyu. Good boy. So anyways, as the wagon continues forward for a couple of days go by as you guys are stuck in your prison cells together. Occasionally you are stopped and fed gruel through your bars, barely enough to sustain you, but not enough to satisfy your hunger, as it's kind of bland and tasteless food. It's about a week into your journey.
Hey, guard! Can you ask the chef for some salt in this next meal?
Of course, Fred. I'll get you plenty of salt.
See, it's not too bad.
It's really nice.
It went much better than I thought it would.
You look over to your right for your next meal the next day, and you look over, and he just starts beating the fuck out of somebody who starts weeping, and he puts tears into your food.
That's
Nice and
hardcore.
salty.
You asked.
Look, life finds a
That
way.
is- That is one way to do it.
I make a mental note.
I suppose if you condense
Shift.
the gears enough, you could actually get kind of good salt with it, but the original sea salt's actually quite the best.
Shift is going to attempt to use a magical ability on, like, he's going to essentially try to heal the person that just got the shit beat out of him.
You attempt to heal,
Just like-
and nothing occurs.
Just instinctively. And so you guys kind of see him try to, like, lift up his arms and point towards this person. They just got the shit beat out of him. Just sit there for a second or two, and then just starts hissing.
Not quite the salt I thought I would get, but I see.
Just for the sake of showing you guys, this is what your guards look like.
That looks cool.
I thought he was a fat boy, and now I'm disappointed.
Well, that's just what the average guards are dressed like. There's fat, skinny ones that all shape, but that's their
No,
uniform.
but I was expecting, like, Executioner Smo level. What I saw.
So, just massive fatty.
How many guards do we have?
There's about 30 guards there, plus the Lord himself.
Yeah, that's not gonna work out.
It's about...
No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Just wanted to growl.
Okay, so it's about it's about a week into your travels. When suddenly, as you guys are going out, you've seen that you've heard howling in the night of the wolves, the baying of bears in the distance, and other animals and creatures in these woods. It's been about a day now of travel, and you guys have yet to hear a single, since you've heard an animals in the distance, though, of any sort. It's eerily quiet.
Nature does not flourish here. I do not like it.
Is it being impeded by any way? Like animals not allowed in this certain area, or is it just like a normal natural phenomenon?
Whoever would like to can roll a nature check.
I would.
I will also do it.
Flexing them haters.
Okay, Corey, you, with your knowledge of nature around, when generally when there's this much silence of an area with animals, usually it's an indication that there is something possibly just ravaging the countryside enough to make animals either flee the area or has been devoured by it in some way.
That's how you say your name, by the
Oh,
way.
Kiori, okay.
No, Kiori.
Or Kiori.
She would say this out loud.
Kyogre. We're going good.
Oh, she'd say it mostly the shift, just looking at him.
Shift's like ears flick back. You do not like these. It does not feel right.
Olivor's gonna spend a lot of the days observing the guard,
Well,
trying to pick up on any possible, not rotations or anything, but any chinks in the armor, so to speak.
sure, roll me a perception check. You notice that there are guards. You're not sure how many. There is about 7 wagons in total, or more, or 7. Actually, there's 10 wagons being full with you. You assume also brimmed to the pack with prisoners. So you're guessing at least 60 to 80 slaves are being shipped up this road with you guys. But you are unable to determine any sort of pattern or weakness in their ability.
They're really good at masking their weaknesses.
Metal Shell hidey hole.
What?
No, he's
I
right.
slow down because he's dumb. Shell hidey hole.
I don't know either.
He's
Hidey
saying because they are
holes.
wearing
spit
armor,
on the
they are
floor.
weak. I believe that is a rough translation from what I'm getting from him.
Knowledge
I don't
clerics got
understand
this.
that.
Knowledge clerics got this.
Wait, are you saying as a player you couldn't understand it, or as a character?
I'm asking as my character.
Okay.
I know many intellectual people. I've met many in my time. As
It
people
is a-
say, I have learned to speak stupid.
It is a coward who uses
Huh.
metal to shield themselves.
Or, just somebody who's practical.
Simply
It's
translating.
unnatural.
There's been plenty of times where a wall of metal has saved my life.
It might
Wall
be
of hidey hole.
many times.
Yes, we
Metal
called
should
him
not have been
Shields.
Natural. Should not have been necessary.
Metal is completely natural. What are you talking about?
Shield.
Well, it is kind of natural, but you have to transform into
You
another
show
way
me
with
where
other
to
things
find.
and tools.
A
We're going-
metal suit in nature, and then I will wear it.
Or you were going a long, extensive way on how to
Hold
find
on.
metal and make it into armor.
Hold on, just a moment here. You point me out where there's a natural suit of leather armor.
I look around at the tension in the air.
That kind
Out
goes
of
on the basis
player,
of what is natural.
out of player. I always thought that was ridiculous with the druids.
It is. It's stupid.
Yeah.
Because if their whole thing is metal is unnatural when it is natural, and it's just the process of making it, well, sorry to tell you, you still got to
Maybe
make the
it's
other
just
armor.
because it doesn't
Remember.
grow.
I think the only way you could say
Or something.
I think the argument should be not metal, it should be alloys they wouldn't use. He says those would be unnatural.
They just want renewable armors, guys.
Everything has its energies. When you take the leather, you repurpose it. It is still part of nature.
Are you saying what is natural is things that are actually from nature, not made into anything different than what they are? Fascinating.
I'm sorry, that
That
just
story
doesn't
makes
make much
mental
sense
notes.
to me.
I pretend to follow the conversation.
What do you think, Yevon?
Well, I mean, metal's natural, and all alloys, I guess, aren't natural. But I mean, would iron armor be okay? Shift. Okay,
Oh, it would
okay,
not be.
okay.
It is taken and is repurposed in a different way than it would.
You know what? I think
originally
I have
was.
you figured out, Shift. You have a metal allergy, don't you?
And what is an allergy?
It's an adverse reaction to something.
Yevon just looks up at Alivor. You don't have a cat allergy, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
I believe with Shift, I do not believe cat allergies work the same. Maybe because of the hair, but is it possibly that there are non-allergenic tabaxis? That would be very interesting.
I do not understand the question.
Oh no.
Look, all I'm saying is some people have allergies to some of these potions.
Shift, what kind of tabaxi are you? Are you short hair, long hair? Is there like a different breed
I'm
with
like-
cats?
I have like very, very long fur. Not long, but like I'm very fluffy.
He's Persian.
Hmm.
No, it's the opposite. I'm
A
like
ragdoll.
I'm like a Maine Coon, but a tabaxi.
Ah, interesting. So tabaxis do have breeds, like in cats do. That's very fascinating.
Well,
Kind of like tilts his head at you. What do you mean breeds?
As in subspecies, almost like humans, elves, but there's like something that's like half elves, of course, and everything. A derivative of the
you-
main source.
Typical human way of stating things.
You act like there are not different kinds of humans. Light
Yeah.
humans, dark humans, pink humans.
That's the thing, though. They're still the
humans
same.
climb on rocks?
Humans are technically all together. They just look different from each other.
Proud just blinks at you a couple times. Proud, fucking shift.
You'll get there.
Yeah, that's gonna happen quite a bit, guys.
Fair enough.
Suppose, yes, they're accustomed to different climates, but mostly they are the same.
You just start speaking in a language that I assume none of you understand.
I do. I know.
Is it?
Knowledge clerk probably knows. I don't know.
It's possible.
Don't have access to your.
Well, technically, with Sylvan, you would get the odd word if you know Elvish because they're a related language, a bit like German and Dutch.
Ah, you must teach me that language. I do not know it yet. Very fascinating. It seems to be close to Elvish, which I do know.
He like kind of stops and like looks at you with a little bit of surprise. Maybe later.
Humans do not like elves. I do not see them as a problem. They are a race that is, of course, superior to humans in natural ways, but I do not understand the distaste for them. It's simpleton-like.
Shift just keeps blinking at you.
Language is quite beautiful. Common is quite Simple.
It's about at this time, guys, where as your wagons are moving, you suddenly hear the wagons come to a halt. It's a bit odd. It's not the normal time of day you guys would normally stop. You look outside, you see a bit of commotion going out there. Some of the guards are some rummaging around, getting looks like longbows and weapons ready.
Oh, we're being attacked. I was expecting it to be a few days earlier, but my calculations were incorrect.
The apex predator comes.
We wanted to smell
I'm assuming
it.
it's still been really quiet up until this point.
Yes, it's been super quiet still, yes.
So people are getting
The
ready.
hunt begins.
As you guys sit quietly in your cell waiting, you start hearing what sounds like the flapping of wings. Massive, huge wings.
I look up at the sky, flap flap.
Well, you look up, and do you look through the bars to look up, or do you just look up to the wooden
Yeah.
ceiling above you? Because with you, I have to be certain.
I look
Roll
up
me.
towards this. I see the sky, so I look at the sky.
Roll me a percent. Anybody who wants, you can roll a perception check.
Oh yes, amazing.
Oh wow, I rolled garbage.
I got.
Yeah.
We're all rolling garbage. What the fuck's going on?
Oh,
Okay,
I
Dev.
look at the wood teeth.
Yeah, the rest of you are kind of like. The rest of you kind of like lying down, kind of not paying attention. Tal, though, you are the only one able to see this, ironically, despite it's not very difficult to see, but you can see out in the cloud line something massive from the clouds approaching. At first you thought it was just another cloud, or possibly a white snowstorm, but out from it, you could assume it could only be a massive, giant figure of a white dragon coming down through the skies. And yes, I know it's Skyrim references, people.
Lucky for you, I've never played Skyrim, so I'm not gonna get that
Me
reference.
So does anyone see what it is? I don't think I can quite see it from here.
Sounds big, dangerous.
Big sky, flap flap.
You don't see
I
nothing.
think it's a dragon.
They fucking
Dragon.
look-
Flap flap.
I don't
I
have my
think
notes with
so.
me. This is a momentous day for me, but I'm quite sad.
You're excited about this?
What the fuck?
Of course I am. It's a dragon. Have you not seen those? Those things are gorgeous.
Yeah, I just saw one. I'm not too impressed.
Can you point out where it is? She point out where it is.
Down. I can't really.
Point out its general direction for me, please.
Shift is just like surprised Pikachu staring at Kyori.
Yori has this like glint in her eye, like sparkles just come out. And...
Okay,
No,
Tell, you gonna point out the dragon?
Yeah, she's gonna point towards the bars.
Okay, so she points to the dragon with... Now everybody can see the dragon flying towards it. It is huge.
Shift isn't even looking at the dragon. He's still staring at Kyori.
Is it far away?
We're gonna need a bigger sword.
It's at
Don't even
some
have a sword.
distance, but it's gaining ground quickly.
Fair.
Anybody who would like to can roll an Arcana or a Nature check to determine more.
It's a big sky, flap flap.
Roll that fucking Arcana, or you. I
Hell
believe.
yeah, I will. Bam. Oh, same thing.
That's not even.
Nature.
That's not even the one I said to roll.
I got this. I got this roll.
So,
When the
Oyu,
character leads to the player.
you see what you think is a leathery bird.
I mean, is not what dragons are, though? It's pretty much what dragons are.
Leather flap flap.
Dev, you know it's a dragon. You know what a dragon is, but you don't know anything past that. Corey, you know, based off your arcana, that you could say that you could tell it's a white dragon, right? You could see from the thing, and it seems to have like a frost breath around it. You can tell that this is most likely a white dragon. Alivor, with your 19, you could tell, judging by the size, this thing is somewhere between an elder to even possibly an ancient level white dragon flying towards you.
You know, this is about the time I would say take cover, but there's
That'd be
not
very
many
smart
places.
indeed.
At this point, you look around and you see the guards start to be in like a panic and fret with the soldier. And then suddenly, when you see the guards all of a sudden stop frantic as the knights look around, and out steps the Wolf Lord Lupin as he kind of wanders towards where he sees the dragon approaching. You hear a soft chuckle come from This is going to be a lot of fun. And he looks down, and what you see is he has no weapons, but he puts his hands out, and like clawed gauntlets are on his gauntlets turn to long clawed images as he looks as the approaching white dragon comes flying towards him at full speed. As it reaches him, the creature lets out a fiery cold, or a massive blast of ice breath, freezing right down upon the Lord as it seems like it's about to freeze over top of him. He gives a last chuckle and just shatters the ice with his body. Nice try, lizard. And all of a sudden, he unleashes 3 attacks upon this thing. And it's a bit like, to describe it, is like 3 moves of like anime beam-style energy comes through his claws, goes up into the air, and rips into the very chest of this white dragon, tearing out massive chunks of blood and scale from it. As it does so, it comes down and slaps into there. The blood gushes down, even gets to the point where it starts hitting your wagon slightly. After the first volley of attacks, the dragon looks down. It looks injured and looks down at the little lord and takes off flying away, thoroughly defeated and beaten as the Wolf Lord goes, well, that should have been more fun. For an image for you guys, this is the Wolf Lord.
Is this the Salt Man?
This is not the Salt Man.
Okay.
This is the Lord.
Oh, man. Typical lords in there. Showboating bullshit.
You're not like that he killed it, of course, but what is that he has that is very interesting?
Take note of this place.
Do you treat everything you come across as a tourist attraction?
I don't see that. I take everything as a new opportunity to learn.
Or get killed.
I'd be on the lesser side of things, but if I must be killed to take in new knowledge, then I suppose it wouldn't be too bad.
Excuse me.
She didn't stutter.
Well, after the escape of the white dragon and the Lord looking around goes, well, let's get this wagon back moving, shall we? The warden's waiting for us, and I do hate to leave the little boy just slow of troops. As you guys start moving forward on the wagon once again, another day passes, and as you guys leave the area, the natural sounds of forest creatures return to the area. As you continue your journey through. Several more days pass. And finally, I'll say, let's say it was a week you saw, it was another day after that, another 5 days.
I'm like underneath the bench if I can.
Okay, thank you.
So after your journey so with a grand total of 13 days by wagon, you guys finally reach what looks like your destination in the distance. You see a massive structural mountain with a walled city and gates about it. In the distance, you see the wagon as you realize, with little doubt in your mind, near the peak of this mountain, you have finally reached the Dralick Mountain Mines. And you guys are slowly being led through the massive gates. You look around to see vicious-looking guards in hide armor, wielding giant, vicious-looking swords. On the walls, you see leather-armored keen-eyed archers scanning the area around, as if keeping a lookout for any sort of danger. As you guys move in through the area and are finally brought in, you are finally led into an area, and the gates open. Each of you are led out of this area, and as you are, they come up to you and goes, "Well, don't need these anymore," as the guards come up and unlock your manacles and take them away from each of you.
Alab will rub at his wrist.
Shift will make another attempt to use a bomb of the stomach cord.
You once again attempt to heal, and again, nothing seems to pass through as your abilities seem to once again, still, even without the manacles, hampered.
His like snout curls back into a growl. No noise comes out, but very clearly unhappy.
Now that
Is it-
I'm free, I walk towards Yebin, slowly.
Easy, Eben. They smell your fear.
I sniff.
Hello?
I just kind of like staring contest Yebin for like a good minute. And then be disinterested and then look away. And then I look around. What is the place?
You guys are in what looks to be just at this point the front courtyard of this place. You and the other 60 or so, 60 to 80 slaves have all been gathered out of the wagons and pushed forward. As you are...
Hunger Games.
Yes, tribute. As you are, you're moved forward and surrounded by the other guards and soldiers. You see what looks to be a welcome party for you as you approach what seems to be a large stage with what you can only see is 5 people tied up and bound to stakes. You see an elven woman, an orc man, a halfling female, a human male, and what looks to be a dragonborn child, all tied up.
I
This isn't
grab
good.
Yebin and lift him up without
Ah!
warning. Because I think I see further.
Ah! You try to use him as like a telescope?
Yes.
Oh God! Someone help
I
me!
just
Oh
lift him
God!
up really high.
Oh my god.
Ah!
I
I
just
think
let him
your
squirm, but
next
I just-
character should be Yebin.
By the time I'm done with Muscle Wizard, he's gonna be so traumatized and scarred.
So anyways, as you guys move forward, you guys see what can only be described as this open area. There you see a man in a mask wielding a giant warhammer on the stage with the 5 tied up people. This is his image. As you guys are led forward with...
I was gonna say I like the very MS Paint looking added hammer.
Oh.
Big oof.
He's ready to smack some kids. Actual kids.
The revenge of MS Paint.
Any case, as you guys move forward, the warden looks over at the new 60 or so arrivals and goes,
Oh, no.
"Well, it would seem the new arrivals have come. I would like to wish all of you a happy visit to our nice little home here. We have a very simple rule. Produce or die. You have 4 days to gather, or failure to do so will be dealt with the most severe punishment. As he looks over behind, these 5 people have failed to produce the ore we requested, and have thus will be useful in other ways to help serve the prison. This is what awaits any who fail. And he turns over as you see the 5 people standing there. He gathers out what looks like he goes to one of his soldiers and they hand him what looks quite obviously a lit torch. And one by one starts lighting the people on fire.
Wow, you're so prepared!
You hear the agonizing and vicious screams of the elf, the human, the orc, the small dragonborn child screaming in absolute terror as their flesh starts burning and bubbling, and until eventually, when they finally pass out and die from the extreme pain and heat, they hamper the flames, putting each one out. Okay, take him away. And you watch as several of the guards pick up the bodies and carry them off. I hope you all enjoy your stay here. As I said, make sure you work hard. Show them to their cells. At that point, each and every one of you is shoved in and put into a certain giant mass holding area, deep in the cells in a dark prison, as each of you are shoved dark and down below.
Oh no, my telescope! Where's my
Imagine-
telescope?
Can I just say that dude needs to stop smoking?
Yeah.
Imagine
Well,
encroaching on a dragon's territory just to sentence people to death.
Oh, I'm with Yevon.
Ah, hello. Means we'll be rooming together.
Sorry, it took me a second to like get this to work.
Burnt people.
It's okay.
We very well might eat the burnt people.
They might be a bit salty though.
Yevon, what are you whining about now?
I shake against the bars towards Yevon. I need him to see further! But you don't hear that, you just hear
Shift will put a hand on, like, probably Oyu's lower back. I'm assuming he's fucking huge.
Yeah, he's pretty tall.
Yeah, so I just, like, put a hand like his lower back and, like, easy. Leave the gnome alone. He is small.
Small C4. I turn towards Shift. With like a butt face.
Shift just, like, slowly shakes his head.
So
That's
what's in each of our cells here? I see we have a bucket, some hay. What is this? A torch?
That's a lit torch for you guys for light purposes.
Any idea what the door is made out of?
I assume iron of some sort.
Yeah.
Well,
You
I'm
can roll night.
asking my roommate.
Would you like me to look?
You can roll a nature check.
Me too.
So, whoa, wow, 22. You are very well. This is made out of very fine steel.
Interesting. It is made from other materials together to make steel.
That is
Like this.
interesting. How?
Well, take all these materials together, alloys per se, and they smelt them all down, they put them all together, make them even more harder metal. Of course, it is not the best metal, but it is quite sturdy.
I'm gonna look around the walls to see if there are any loose stones on me and Yebin's cell.
Go ahead and roll me an investigation.
Oh, I'm good at those.
Okay, you don't have a. You look around your cell after a good hour. You do find what looks like loose stone, but it's like a. You find one that looks like about the size that you could put in your hand, like a palm stone. Nothing too crazy, but it looks like someone at one point had tried to mortar out of it, but did not get very far.
I am going to take note of where that stone is and put it back. Might be useful later.
Okay, I will.
Can I put that in my inventory just so I remember it?
Sure, you can add a stone.
Got some blunt force trauma there.
Look, you never know when you might need a little extra oomph in your hits.
Oh, you oomph lots.
As you guys are all going now, Corey and Tethla, you see across from you what looks to be a very large, bit of a human, male human across from the cell with you. More physically fit than many as he kind of looks over at the pair of you and goes, huh, what do we got here then?
A half elf and a human.
Fresh meat, I guess.
Meat.
We're not really fresh meat. We've been alive for quite some time.
I don't think that's what he meant.
Technically,
mean,
meat is
though?
not fresh until it is dead and prepared.
Meat could also be fresh, but it depends on what kind of freshness you're looking for.
You're an odd one, ain't you?
I'm quite even.
What's with the big one over? You look over there, Oyu, and you see the guy kind of poke his head out through the bars. Well, what's that there? Sort of orc, is it?
That is correct.
There's a class of gate you could put on him, I suppose, yes.
He looks like he could be fun. I wonder if he's going to join the ring.
Ring.
The ring. It's where we do. The guards like to have some fun with us. Good way to earn extra food. Get some private time occasionally, if you know what I mean.
Private time.
Over at shift.
Are you talking conjugal visits over there?
If that's what you care for, you basically get any sort of bonus you like. But gotta be warned, they're pretty tough competition in there. I'm one of the better ring leaders, but even I can't take the champ.
Who's the champ?
Oddly enough, you wouldn't believe it, it's a little fuck piss ass dwarf.
Blue dwarves are quite strong.
Yeah, he calls himself Grom. Vicious little bugger.
Anybody die in these circle fights?
Yeah, it happens occasionally, but it's fairly rare. They don't like us dying in something like that. Mind you, worst part of losing is you have to go back to the infirmary. Gotta fucking see Maria in there. Let's just say her touch ain't worth having.
I noticed those clowns Our orientation, if you want to call it that, did not tell us how much ore we needed.
Doesn't take much. Basically, ores are always found in little nuggets about the size of a palm, about the size what you could fit in your palm or less. Just that much is all you need.
I see.
But don't think it's easy to find, 'cause it ain't. What else is going to happen here? I don't want to die. As Yevon just kind of goes up in his little hay pile and kind of curls up in the fetal position.
Yevon, calm down.
Okay.
Everybody dies eventually. The cycle
No
of
reason.
nature.
No reason to be
Return
scared
to the
about
earth.
it.
Well, you best get rest up, you fresh meat. After food tomorrow, you'll be sent to the mines to do your first day of work. Hope you have fun.
Insecure.
Dallin.
Like Alan, but worse.
Who the hell is that
Dallin.
talking over there anyways?
Tabaxi. Preferably one of the... I would name his breed in a cat way.
One of the beast
Soft.
people. I got stuck with one of them in here in my cell as well. Fuck you too, Dallin!
Very soft, though. You should pet him one time. It's quite relaxing.
How long have you been in here, Dallin?
Me? I'm one of the older members. I've been here for 2 years. Luckily,
You hear that, Yevon?
Yeah?
Guy's been in here for 2 years.
I'm considered an older member.
No! This poor boy.
Yevon, come over here. Let me talk to you for a second.
He's so dead.
Yes?
Alvar's gonna kill him.
What are you good at? I
Well,
assume
like-
you're good at finding things, yes?
I'm pretty nimble with my fingers. I used to be able to do a bit of sleight of hand tricks and stuff.
Is that the case?
I probably don't even feel it.
Yeah,
You would say you're good at it, but you got caught.
well, I mean, I just got unlucky, I guess. I mean, it didn't happen immediately.
See, I thought I was smart, and then I got framed.
Oh. I see.
But... Oh man, that's pretty good right there. Well, yeah, but I have an idea, perhaps.
What's
You
that?
and I, if you're good at finding things, you look for this ore we need. Dallin, what does this ore even look like? Nobody's explained this or shown it to us.
It's they don't usually show you that till your first day entering the mine, but it's a green glowing ore. Bit difficult to find, like I said, in the mines, but when you find it, it's worth everything for life.
I know what it is.
Roll me a Arcana disadvantage.
Team.
Okay, you know the basics of it. With your knowledge and your background, you are aware that this is the ore that is rumored to be the source of the immortality of the lords.
Oh, there is a very special ore. Do you know what it is? Yes, I do know of it, actually. It is used to concoct their immortality. Rare, and it even took me quite a long time to figure out what it was.
Immortality is unnatural. Breaks the cycle of nature.
Got that right.
Look, Yebin, my point is, if we work together, we increase our odds of survival, which therefore gives us more time to find a way out.
Okay. I'll see what I can do. So what is it you want me to do?
Just keep an eye out for any of that ore. You find some, come tell me.
Okay, I'll do that.
And then the orc can mine it, since he might be the strongest of all of us.
I don't know if anybody's privy to our conversation at the moment.
I thought you were saying it out loud. Apologies.
No, you're fine. Nah, it's mostly me talking to.
Yeah,
Yebin.
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
Teamwork makes the dream work. At least that's what I've been told.
I once was told everything is awesome, but this place totally disproves that.
Fair enough. Well, better get some rest. Tomorrow's gonna be a hell of a day.
Okay, I'll see you in the morning.
Please don't wet the hay.
Okay, I won't.
There's a bucket over there if you need it.
A bucket.
I curl up at the hay.
Quiet. Some people are trying to sleep.
And the
I'm gonna spend 1 hour of my night taking that little fish-shaped rock and just kind of grinding it against the floor.
Okay. You got a specific goal in mind with that, just so I know, or
Sharpen it. Sharpen
trying
an edge.
to sharpen the edge. Gotcha. So you're spending
Oh, the shank.
yeah, you're trying to make a shank out of it. Sure. Roll me a general strength check for that. Okay, you make some headway on it. It's starting to get it looks like you're with a good hour on. It looks like you're starting to get some sort of sharpness to it.
All right, I'll spend more time later.
Yeah.
Don't
So
wanna exhaust myself making a shank on day one.
So you guys hit the bed and get ready as you guys slumber away. Finally, morning comes. Bright and early as you hear the guards banging on your bars like, dinner time, slaves. Or here, breakfast. It's time to get your shit together so you can get ready for your day of work. And they start hauling you out of your cells and leading you down this long passageway through the prison area into what can only be considered to be the mess hall. As you pass it, you do see what looks to be a giant cave area as you take a right into it. As you guys are led to the feeding area. You guys are at the bottom.
And what, pray tell, do we have for breakfast?
It looks like a sort of like simple stew. Anybody who wants to know more than that can either roll me a perception or a nature check.
Simple stew.
Arcana? Cool. Yeah.
Oh my god, stop.
Did you want to roll 2 shift, or are you just happy not knowing?
Nah, Shift doesn't care.
Oh,
Okay,
I know.
you guys start eating your food. It's just good. None of you, except for Kiori, you're the only one who knows. Is you start eating your food. You start enjoying a few sips of the broth, and as you poke down, something bobs in your soup.
Look to see what it is.
As you bob down and look at it, you see that it looks like to be a pink or a pinky of what looks to be of a dragon or dragonborn in origin.
You know,
I
kid.
nod my head towards Kiori's bowl, and I say, "See, we eat the burnt people."
Technically,
say that
Shift,
to
you
you.
never checked that. She's got to share that
Well,
info. Everybody else is just eating it.
She would show
I
it.
just thought that
Yeah.
my perception might be high enough to notice.
No,
Oh, what's
she
your
would show
passive?
it to you all.
My passive is 16.
Oh yeah, your passive would have noticed. Then you're right. Yeah.
She showed it to you guys and just put it on the table and continue eating.
I look
Yeah,
at
so
you.
I nod. No, I say that to Oyu.
This no burn. This wet.
Burn people in the wet.
Alivor will look at the stew. Seems I've lost my appetite.
That's a shame. You're probably
I-
going to have to get used to this.
I eat it heartily, for it is a conundrum. For something that is burnt isn't wet.
If anything, Alivor will force it down more than.
Yeah. So you force down your meals. After you guys finish your things, you look around and see all the other slaves kind of slowly eating their food as well. Some of them are what looks like to be older ones who have been here longer than others. You see obviously every sort of race available. And after a while, if you're eating your dinner and the guards finally take you out of your cells, he goes, "Work time, slaves. Better go into the mines." And they bring you out there. And here at the mine entrance, the people get lined up and are start handed pickaxes and are led into the mine one by one and handed a pickaxe and moved in. Make sure you don't get lost down there. The caverns go on for miles.
As we get pushed in, can I hand my pickaxe to Oyu and just climb up on his shoulder again?
I do wield the pickaxe.
Sure, I do not actually see any issue with that.
I'll do that, and I'll just kind of like sit on his shoulder and like direct him by like pointing at things.
Okay, you guys.
Master Blaster over here.
Yeah, it's like I go because I don't have Yeben, so Shift is letting me see further.
Do you all like to do this in a group? I believe this would be quite more beneficial than doing it by yourself.
I am fine with this. What
Yeah,
about
soft
you,
Oyu
big
group.
guy?
I'm sure I could help identify which ones are yours or not, with help of Shift, of course.
Oh, I'll give you a curt nod.
You two
My
have else
soul
like to come
see
with
far.
us?
What of you three? Will you join us?
I don't even know if I can lift this.
Don't worry, I'm sure we can work together and find a way to get ores together.
I walk close towards Talitha. Good Shift.
Yeah.
Believe he wants you to
I
give
see.
him your pickaxe.
Yeah, here.
I hold it that I'm already holding.
I said, "Oh, you I was holding
I
3
didn't have-
pickaxes."
I just open my mouth. And I bite into it.
What's the quality of these pickaxes?
They're nothing spectacular. They do have the ability to do damage. Basically, they work like clubs except piercing damage, if you're looking at it like from a statistic standpoint.
No, I was
don't
more
give us
curious
work.
if they would actually, work with mining.
Yeah,
Like this was some kinda-
they're quality enough that they should work with mining. They want you to get that ore.
All right, Yevon. Remember our deal.
Okay.
You're fast and you're small, which means you can go places I cannot.
So you two are not going to accompany us?
Sure.
So you got. Oh,
I'll be
sorry.
with these fine folk, Yevon.
Okay,
If you
so
find anything, let me know. We'll
okay.
me and the big
Are the
one.
mines lit?
They are not. But
They're not?
you guys do give basic a torchlight to see by for those of you without dark vision.
Which is only me who doesn't have it, I believe.
Yeah.
Do orcs get dark vision as well?
Oh yes, definitely.
Yes.
Okay.
Please, may I have the light? I believe I'm the only one here who can't see in the dark.
Can I be aggressive towards the things though? The ore.
Sure, you can be aggressive towards
Yes!
Ore.
Can I
So
try
as
to
you guys
find
travel in, you guys go down several miles down. As you guys work your way through, and finally you find what looks like to be an area where you can finally start. Hasn't been quite littered with mining out. You guys are
I'm
not the
assuming it's going to be investigations.
Center bottom.
center bottom.
Yep.
So as you guys move through the area, you were told that generally where you got to do is look for areas that have a dead end that probably haven't been mined yet, or is what you're looking for.
Kind of can't
Can
see.
you just give Dan access to move my character? Because I'm just sitting on top of all
So
you.
it's just gonna move together.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm not. Shift is literally just sitting on his shoulder. So every time Oyu moves, that's where Shift goes.
Bye.
Are there other slaves working in this little area?
At the moment, yeah, I'll say this area you guys went down ahead and do not see any other slaves at the moment.
Okay.
Said they're miles and miles worth of caverns, so you guys found your own little spot at the moment.
There's 6 of us here. Perhaps we should split.
There, dear Abby should be able to
That's a
control
good
his token
idea.
now.
Yep. Got
You
it.
also have a sheet because that's the only way to make you do both.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
it's fine.
Dan.
The big
I'm not
one
gonna
should
do it.
go in one party, I'll go in the other.
Very well. Well, Delitha, would you like to accompany us, considering we have your pickaxe? He has your pickaxe. I give you a pat on the head.
Here, I give
Okay.
you my pickaxe as well.
Okay, this is what I'm doing.
Yes, for
Easy
now.
boy. Easy boy. You don't have to take the pickaxe if you don't want it.
Do you not want it? I'm okay with carrying it.
I just kind of wave
He's not a pack mule.
my pickaxes. I have no way to hold more.
Okay, I will hold mine then. It is okay.
Okay, so as you guys start moving through the area and gather your
So we're
first
in
day,
left.
you guys are on your first cycle of the day.
Bam.
As you guys move through the mines exploring, when you find a dead end, roll me an investigation check to begin. See if you can find ore.
Don't find
Please do not go up
dead.
too far. I cannot see past a little bit.
I'm
Sorry,
aggressive.
that's the wrong roll.
Yeah, roll the 4 any. Okay, well, so Elor, you find nothing. You don't even you have never been in a mine before, and all the rock looks alike
This is
to
a dead
you.
end. This was a dead end.
This is not a dead end.
Yes, it is.
Yevon, there's
No,
there's
it
nothing over here.
goes around.
Okay,
Yari.
I'll see what I can do
Oh, yes.
in
Oh,
this
I
area
left it.
here.
No.
You left Shift behind.
Shit. I pick up shit.
As we're wandering through,
Yevon looks it around, doesn't quite seem to find anything. Yep.
can I roll a survival to see if I can notice anything growing down in these?
You may do so, yes.
Or plants of some kind. Oof.
Yeah.
Right.
Unfortunately, despite your knowledge of plants and stuff, this area seems a little unnatural to you, and you can't seem to find anything that would be indication of food or or plants of any sort.
Okay.
I'll wait for Shift to point a direction because we're on a 4.
Shift will point to the bottom one.
Okay, so you guys can make each of you guys can make a roll for investigation when any of you four feel like it.
Oh no! More forks!
I'll point
We're not
downwards
at a,
again.
we're not at a dead end yet.
Yeah.
Do we have to be in the dead end? Or can
You
we
don't
just go
have to
wherever?
be at an end, guys. The map's
Yeah,
there
I
for
think-
purposes of that. If I roll something, encounters may occur. So
Please, wait.
Okay.
Can I look, please, without you guys moving away from me?
So I would like a investigation check for each person.
Okay. Right now?
Are you ready for this?
Fucking hell!
Boom!
Holy
I
shit!
haven't rolled a single good roll yet.
Well, you could have got it if you didn't have a -4, literally. Okay, as you guys look around, you're having a hard time finding anything, but you with your investigation look over and you notice what seems to be that green ore you were shown to find, and you point out just a small fraction of it, very tiny and hard to see, but you able to find it just in the wall to your right.
Please, can someone mine this out?
I give you a pat. I give Oyo a pat on the shoulder, and I direct him to the ore.
I charged the ore!
Lucky
For
already
the
getting
purpose of
in front
this,
it,
you guys, yeah, you get it out with the pickaxe, no worries. So you guys have one ore. Whoever wants to put it in their inventory can do so.
Laura found it.
Oh.
But I will take it because I'll try and take it.
Okay.
Then I
I'll be like-
realized I don't have any place to put it, so I just.
I Proud like pats you on the shoulder again. Like, you should give it to the girl. This one belongs
kind
to
of
her. Next one
away.
will be yours.
Thank you.
Okay, so that's your first phase, guys. You got two more. You can continue looking twice more, or you can possibly see if you could try to do anything else down here, but look for ore.
More.
Look again.
Yeah, if you want to look for,
Go
everyone
down.
wants to look for more ore. Roll
I'll point in
investigation.
that direction.
Okay. Bam!
Awesome.
Bam!
I'll get you to go up a bit more.
Okay.
So, up to there.
Bam!
And I'm gonna do my investigation here.
I will
My
also-
0. Yeah, there we go.
Well, you forgot you were in a mine, and for some reason you just start thinking you're in a flower bed and start, pressing up against the rocks. This
I
time, though,
dangerously almost do a trust fall and forget that Shift is on my back.
Shift. This time, you find a piece of the green ore stuck just in the area where you can mine it.
I will once again direct you towards that one.
I will mine it with restless vigor.
Okay, so Oya gets another ore piece, so you have two ore now.
Yevon, did you find anything?
No, I can't seem to find anything in here. This place is terrifying.
I hold the ore by.
Steady.
Okay. You guys have exactly one more round to do something, and then you will either need to take a long rest or take a point of exhaustion if you don't return back to get a sleep.
Yevon, check this side of the wall.
Okay.
I'll point this way. So just so everyone can picture it, that's with me and I'm basically wrapped around his neck, and I have one arm outstretched, pointing him in any direction.
I find a vein.
Hey, Ella, you do find a piece of ore this time. And
Is
are
it
able to
big?
mine it. No, there's no crit successes for this, unfortunately, because there's no crit failures either.
I'll get you to keep going.
Otherwise,
going
your
forward.
nat 1 would have prevented you from getting another look. But, so you are able to get the ore and find a ore piece.
Okay.
Would you like me to hold this ore for you?
I kind of open up towards.
I'll like just put
Shift,
my
but
hands
not
underneath
opening.
it, so
I give you the ore.
I got it. This one still belongs to you, though. Let's go upwards.
Yevon, did you find anything?
W for upwards.
No, I still couldn't find
Oh,
anything. I'm
upwards.
sorry.
It's okay,
Okay.
friend.
Okay. Yevon's been rolling
This
really
way.
poor.
Keep going.
Little bit further.
Yeah, we should stop soon.
Did our group only find one bit of ore?
2.
You guys have
We got
found
2,
2
okay.
ores so far, yes. Your group
Well,
found 2 ores.
Did Dev's 11 also not find one?
Did not find with an 11, no.
Okay. Alright, I'll roll one here.
Ho ho.
Oh!
Okay, once again, Shift, you find another glittering piece of ore in the rock.
Over there.
I point to wherever it is.
And as you start mining it, I want everybody to roll me a perception check.
I'm good at those.
Presume not me.
Not you, nope.
Hell yeah. I'm great at these.
Okay, so Curie and Tep, you two hear what sounds like buzzing sound coming from deep within the cave, approaching you at a vast speed.
I'm like quickly motioning for Shift to just like start like backing out like as quickly as quietly as possible.
Do we have the nugget?
You have the nugget, you just got it.
Okay. I'll give Oyu another tap, and I'll be like, okay, back we go.
So let's run. There's something following us.
And as you guys flee, you hear zzz.
Do I
Getting-
potentially recognize the
You
noise?
could roll
Can I
me a
roll
nature check.
Where's my nature? There. That is not what. Oh, okay, I did click nature.
That was nature, yep.
It highlighted perception for some reason.
Oh, fair enough. Oh, you don't know what nature is. With your okay, you recognize the sound. The best, unfortunately, because you're not a master of the outdoors and nature, you would know the exact thing, but you can tell it's insectal sounds, like large mosquitoes or bees almost in sound.
I'm describing this to Shift as we just keep running. Hopefully everyone knows that.
I don't run. Unless Shift's like, we go over here. And I'm like, okay.
That's
Yeah,
why I'm
I'm
playing
just-
Shift.
I'm just pointing, like, back the way we came, guiding Oyu back the way we came, and I'm like, alright, Oyu, must go faster.
Fast!
And
No.
right there, as you guys reach
Okay.
that point,
Let me go back here.
you hear a zzz as suddenly, out from the darkness,
No.
2 massive, like, mosquito-like creatures appear.
I cannot see them.
They're out of your sight.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm like I cannot see them. I think they
Big
don't have
race.
much.
Bug race.
That is correct.
Meanwhile, Yevon and I are just chill,
Chilling at the gate, yep.
looking at this piece of ore very intently, just trying to figure out what the hell it is.
Everybody may feel free to roll a initiative for me.
We get Mount Rose. Where are you?
Okay.
This is where it happens.
Why is Ares the only person actually?
Please bought this.
First up is Ares. You're up with your cover. What are you doing?
I am waiting to cast Bane until I see at least 2 of them come in my field of vision.
Okay. Oi, what are you doing?
Cast down here?
Well, it was just established that it's a race, so I will move away.
With shift on your shoulders, though, you're half speed.
Yep. So I'm at 50. I was gonna go at 25, thinking I had 50 speed.
Oh, we're not fighting.
Is that everything you're doing?
Oh, I dash. As I walk away out of sight from Kiori, I go, race!
Tell, you're up.
Oh, I say that, so I drop the pickaxe.
Telepath is
You
going
dropped all 3
with
pickaxes?
them.
Oh,
So I
just
dropped the
one.
mouth pickaxe.
Oh
One,
god,
okay,
that's
yeah.
right. He has all your pickaxes.
No, Kiori
I
has
have
her
one.
still.
Oh, Kiori has hers. That's right. He's running.
I dropped my mouth pickaxe in their side because that's where I yelled that race.
Tell what.
But,
Okay.
I am running as well.
This is fine.
just ditch Kiori.
Run with us.
Is that all you're doing, Tell, or are you moving further?
How far can you move with a dash?
You can move up to 60 with a dash. You move 60 total, to another 30 feet.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna dash.
I love this. It's like ah! Kiori's there ready, holding a spell, and
I'm not running away. This is a race. This is different.
okay,
Well, I'm
this
kicking your ass in this
the
race.
sturge is the
I
first
know.
sturge comes up and it flies right up to Kiori. As you
I'm so sorry.
as you release your spell upon it to bane it, it goes fizzle, 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 and nothing happens.
It's okay. I have a character in mind to play when she does.
Yep, that's fine.
Session.
And it's gonna go in there and it's gonna try to drain your blood.
DM,
Oh.
can I have a new character sheet, please, so I can work on my new character?
You're not gonna
Immediately.
just relax. You haven't died yet. They don't. These things are CR quarters, guys. They're not fucking death creatures.
I have 10 AC.
Yeah, it hits you for 4 damage.
I don't like bugs. I like bugs.
I've
Literally
had
rolled minimum damage as well.
I've had bad experiences with Sturges.
I just don't like bugs.
I had a party almost TPK to Sturges because they attached.
Yeah, I'm not going to attach with these guys. So they're just they get you and they start drinking your blood, and then it unhooks. Shift, you're up.
I'm gonna jump off. I'm gonna jump off or use shoulders.
So you dismount. That's half your movement.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm actually not gonna move any further. I'm gonna prepare a claw attack
Okay.
and wait for Kiori to catch up.
Elevor.
I call out to Telitha. Sorry, I call out to Telitha. And I say, "Keep running." And I turn to Oyu and I'm like, "Race, Telitha."
Elevor, you're sitting there with your oar, just waiting for the rest of your party to show up. You really don't know what's going on yet.
I'm gonna roll a Arcana
roll
or investigation
Roll me a
for this.
Roll me a perception to see if you hear what's going on. Okay, so you hear what sounds like fuck race! Ah! And screams coming up from up top.
Yeah, the only person you wouldn't hear is Shift.
Well, with that in mind, I guess I will,
Yebin will
Okay.
fucking flee down here because he ain't getting involved. Ah! Just like hides and ducks away and hides.
I have my pickaxe ready. My muscles rippling in the dark light.
So this Stirs flies around the corner at supersonic speed, zip zip, and it's going to attack Muscle Wizard.
Ho ho, you're approaching me?
As unable to
That
get
doesn't-
through those thick biceps, though, as he just can't seem to pierce it.
And it rolled max damage.
Almost killed him right out there. These things could actually kill. Yeah, you know, these things can one-shot Oyu. This is hilarious. A crit could one-shot him. You're up.
Can I get this thing off of me, please?
It's not attached right now, so you could disengage and flee, or you can attack it.
I'm going to just bolt.
Okay, are you disengaging, or are you just running?
15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Dash.
So it hits you
Disengage
for
in
another
action?
4. Yeah, it is. That's why she took another 4 damage.
Okay.
Okay, Muscle Wizard, you're up.
I want to raise teleport.
Dude, just kill them.
But- Oh, he didn't hit me. I don't care. He didn't hit me.
Oh my gosh.
Raise Telitha. So Telitha is obviously my enemy.
Please don't trample me.
Sure, I'll allow it for the shits of it.
Bonus action. Okay, I had to.
And
end
it can't get through you again as it just pinks off of you.
Okay,
Oh, he's
now
too strong.
normal move. See Alivor as I'm booking it, and then I dash.
Oliver's gonna look, what the hell is going on?
Race! That's how Doppler effect.
A race?
And then
Tell, you're up.
Halta is going to run around this corner, and when she finally sees Alivor, she's going to stop and be like, "There's bugs back there!
Bugs.
Really big bugs!
But bugs.
Monstrous bugs."
I'll kill them. Just goes, keep running if you're that scared of them.
Just tell you dashing, or are you just doing something else with your action?
I'm going to dash.
Okay, moving another 30 feet, and you're right back neck and neck with Muscle Wizard.
whoa, Telitha.
Circle
Oh, boy,
contenders,
race
you all
me.
or not.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Shift! This one comes flying at you. It goes for a neck strike on you. And hits you and sucks out 4 damage.
Okay.
No, cat boy.
Shift,
Only
you're up.
use.
Alright. I'm gonna use my action to disengage.
Oh wait, you get your opportunity attack. You said because you said you held your action.
Oh,
so-
right, yes. Totally forgot.
Okay, well as you two do this, it explodes under your claws.
Give a very slight hiss that Kiori probably will barely hear. And then I'm just gonna use my dash. So 5, 10.
I have a
15.
16 perception. We'll say some past perception as well.
No, yeah, it's a really quiet, but because I figured your perception's high, so you'd probably still hear it.
That would have been cool if I killed it. If I touched it,
5,
but I'm racing.
10. Is diagonal 5 each time, or is it?
It's 5, yeah.
I forget. Yeah, okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60.
Man, rolled max damage on your attack.
Yeah. I just pull ahead of you guys and pull. And then
Yeah,
I'm just gonna double my movement speed, so I'm gonna go all the way back. I'm just gonna wait there. I'm assuming that was approximately another.
Yeah,
60.
close enough. Alador, you're up.
God damn it. Alinar.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move this direction, ready my action to swat this thing with this pickaxe.
Okay. This thing flies over. Seeing the blood dripping from where he goes there, makes an attack. For 7 damage as it just pierces into her side, starts draining.
Heath.
Yep.
Would my claw attack have gone off before he hit me?
I kind of do those at the same time for those,
Okay.
so just because
Okay,
it was
fair
in
enough.
melee, so I let them go
Yep.
both through.
Oliver,
fair enough.
That'll
Get out
happen
here.
for you guys too if that occurs as well in your way.
Oliver will look at Kiori and go, "Get out of here, I'll take care of this."
Alright, disengage.
Okay.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Muscle Wizard's up.
Okay, seeing Shift full on like fucking dash. I won't be beat after getting a fucking head start. Come back here. I think, but it's not coherent. The words.
Meanwhile, Yebin just sees the Tabaxi run past him. What's going on? What's happening? Ah!
Dude, I just imagine Oyu's just like full-on anime sprinting.
Yeah, that's
with,
what
like,
I'm
the snow
imagining
cloud and
too.
everything.
And yeah,
Yeah.
Muscle Wizard
Like a dash.
escapes.
I'll
Tal,
just
you're up.
race after.
That's 100%
Oh, yeah.
what Muscle Wizard was doing.
Muscle Wizard is gonna raid Area 51.
I want to dash again.
Okay. Gets you right at the edge. You'll have to wait till your next turn, technically, to leave the map, though. Shift.
Shift is just gonna casually stroll past and give Telitha a pat on the head and then leap.
There's a Shift vanishes. Yevon goes, ah! Just flees past, screaming.
And that's the
Elor,
last
you're
I
up.
ever heard from Aleph.
Actually, what is your dex, Alivor?
14.
This thing moves before you, technically. Because it's
That's
got
okay, I
a...
still
gotta
have a ready to action then.
That is true, yep. So it comes there, so you get your ready action. And you both strike at the same time, so you hit and he hits, so you take 4 and it explodes.
Like swatting a mosquito. You know, just for shits and grins, I'm gonna second wind that.
It's a D4, eh? Not a D6 for a pickaxe.
I get +2 for dueling style. Oh yeah, sorry. Okay, yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah, that's just saying. Not that it mattered. I mean, your minimum damage would kill it.
I forgot.
So as you guys have killed the last of the surgings and you look about, Kiori's looking a little rough for wear after all that.
I will lift my pickaxes triumphantly.
Fun fact,
You
I
did
forgot
very
to,
well.
yeah. Fun fact, I forgot to mention, because you guys are in prison, a long rest in your prison cell will not get you full heals. You will need to go to the medical doctor to get healed up for a phase.
Will a long rest get us any heals or no heals at all?
Basically, you just get short rest healies. So you guys get the
Okay.
equivalent of a short rest.
Do we have to expend our hit die
Yeah.
during it?
You have to expend your hit
Okay.
dice during it, yep.
Do I
Any-
have to go to the infirmary? I do not want to, but I might have to.
You guys will see Alivor finally catch up, just pickaxe swung over his shoulder casually, like nothing even happened, but you can see like bug guts all over the end of the pickaxe.
You also
I don't know
still
why you
took your
guys are
4
running.
damage.
Are you a human?
I second winded it.
Oh, okay, sorry, did not see you do it.
I'll like see you walking over, and I'll like take out my claws and like wipe them on whatever it is that that you're wearing, and I'll get all the bug guts off my claws.
You wipe the
Man,
bug guts
slow.
on my rags.
I appreciate the help.
Jeff, do you think I should go to the infirmary? I do not know if would be a good idea, but...
You look like you can barely stand. You probably should go.
Alright, I do not know if I am allowed to go just by walking in, but I'll see what I can do.
Now, when you guys exit, the guards at the gate where you guys are leaving with the rest of the 2 of the guards look at your approaching group. Looks like someone got attacked down there. They look over at you.
Indeed.
What get you?
Would I have recognized them?
I mean, you recognize they're like bug monsters. I mean, your nature check.
Okay.
You can roll me a nature check if you want specifics.
I'll do it
Albert?
again. I'm rolling so badly.
They're bugs. You recognize them as bugs.
Can I not
Yeah.
assist?
You can make a nature check as well. Now that you actually
Okay.
seen them. You're aware that these are small creatures. They're skull sturges. I mean, they're blood-sucking, basically giant mosquitoes in nature. Little vicious bastards in the end.
Like what it was, but not the name. Ming, I please go to the infirmary.
Yeah, go down there. They always like fresh meat down there. Anybody else going to the infirmary?
No.
Not a scratch.
I know 2 attacks missed you. Okay, so as Kiara, you head towards the infirmary, and the rest of you head back towards your beds.
I'm gonna die now.
Do they,
Is this it?
Do they take the ore from us when we leave the mine?
Yeah, technically they will, they don't. They just expect you to hand it in within the 4 days.
Okay. I will hold on to mine for now.
So I got 2. I found 2, right?
Yes.
I found 2. Kiori found 1, and Alivor found 1.
Yeah, so you guys got 4 ore right now. So as Kiara, as you enter, you look at this place, at this mass pit where you see blood benches and like sewing kits, and you see this creepy pink-haired woman kind of looking around. I'll give you a big picture.
Pink-haired woman? Is that my ex?
I don't know, could be.
Keck.
Looks over, she goes, someone else has come for the healing, have they?
No, Cam, she seems more put together.
I mean, to be fair, it's not difficult to be more together than my ex.
That's great.
You could take it. You could open a new box of Legos, and it's more put together than my ex.
Damn.
So anyways, Yuri, as you were walking in there, she says, come with me, and the healing will begin. And she wanders you over towards this wooden bench and puts you down on there, and she just takes out what looks like bone saws and hammers and stitching marks. This will be fun. And for the
So
next...
can I just actually Can I like follow Kiori and just like peek in through the door, just like try and stealth so that this nurse doesn't see me, but I want to like see what's going on.
You can roll me a stealth check.
Do I see the items over here and stuff?
Yeah, you see those kind of bone saws and stuff. Okay, so you have no problem. You stealthily look in and you see Kiori at the thing with the bone saws and stitching and hammers.
Before Maria does anything, her eyes just light up. Oh, tell me more. What are these things? These are quite fascinating. They'll only write them in medical books.
These are my little tools for the healing. Magic doesn't work here, so the old ways are the best.
Please tell me more. These are very interesting. How does it work?
Well, you see, when the bone's broken and she brings out like this huge mass splinter thing, you have to wrench it back and hold it in place with these sticks, causing the bone to sinew crack and back into place as it slowly knits back together. With the blood...
Actually quite amazing, wow.
With your bleeding, though, it's gonna require more of this. And she takes out needles and like a sack of blood. It might require some more blood to be put inside of you. And basically, she just takes a needle and shoves it into your neck, rather unceremoniously, as blood starts flowing from your neck from the bag into your neck.
Yori is like having like a fangirl moment with all of this like stuff, and it's like, I'm only used to like magical healing, but this is very interesting. Can you teach me maybe?
Roll me a con save.
So unscented.
Okay, you feel like pain in yourself. This is a painful procedure, but you eventually, after a good several hours, you spend up time to get your hit points back.
Okay, but like she's having like a fangirl moment right now. She's like very interested with all of this like tech and whatever, and is like asking questions about every little thing.
Giving step.
But
As I'm like,
oh,
sorry, as I'm peeking in and watching this procedure, do I notice? I'll roll a perception if I need to. Do I notice any sort of like medicines, plants or herbs or anything?
sure, you can roll me a quick perception check, but I'm going to say at disadvantage because you're peeking through a door.
Okay. Yep, no worries. I'll just click it again. Solid.
You don't really see anything in there like that. You have a hard time concentrating over Kiori's screams, and I'm assuming you're not going to stay for the whole procedure because that's going to take like 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, no. I'll look in, and once I get an idea of how this nurse, quote unquote, operates, I'll be like, all right, I've seen enough, and I'll leave.
Yeah. So you guys head back to your cells to get your long night's rest. Kiori, you are going to lose a shift for it, so you're going to miss out on one of your 4 shifts for the healing. But you come back
That's
later.
alright. The party has an extra shift anyway.
Haha.
So as you guys gather yourselves together again in the cells, you just see you have to go, oh my god, that was horrible down there. For the purpose of this, Kiori, I'll say you're back, but you will be losing one. Oh, did we lose her? Connection problems, Ares?
Oh.
Oop.
You typing, the mic's not working.
Uh-oh.
You stabbed the needle into her voice box.
Apparently I did. Apparently she hit something serious. So anyways, as you guys gather for your sleep, you guys can do some talking and perhaps work out some other stuff for now, but...
I will spend my hour.
Check. Okay.
Oh, now we can hear you.
Okay, I just wanted to say that Kiori is fine with going through pain to find out new stuff and new information, so she's completely fine with this.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's one of her biggest problems is that.
Maria react to that though, like her being completely fine.
Whoa.
I got some weird
Oh,
echo
that's
going.
Something.
Oh, sorry. No,
it's fine.
Should I fix it?
No, you're fine. You're fine. It's fine now. You
Okay.
just had a weird one for a second.
Alright, but what would Maria think about her just being completely fine with it and being like, oh, I want to know more about this, please tell me more, this is amazing, and stuff like that?
She'd probably share stuff with you and continue surgically moving on you. She's a bit loopy herself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Like
gonna
any
do
like
best
information about it, or like a plus in friendship or something?
Two peas in a pod.
Roll me a persuasion to see if you gain anything.
A plus in friendship.
It's a dating sim.
Nope.
No accepted
She gets a little upset with you after a while and just kind of shoves you out of the room. So it thinks like, what a weirdo.
That's kind of
Next time.
first weak point.
Next time Kiori goes to the fucking infirmary, she's just gonna get her mouth sewn shut.
No, like Maria's freaked out by Kiori. so
I don't
the
know if
opposite.
I don't know if you guys ever seen the movie Little Shop of Horrors.
I haven't seen it. I know what it is.
Okay, well, there's a scene with the dentist who's a masochist, but Bill Murray's a sadist, and he really fucking hates him because he thinks he's a fucking sicko. That's more or less what just happened, where, like, Kiara being so happy about it kind of ruins the fun.
So as we're back in our cells, Shift is just going to take out the 2 nuggets of ore that he's holding on to, and he's going to put both of them down in front of him. He's going to point to one, and he's going to be like, "This one is yours." And he's pointing to the other. "This one is mine."
I thoroughly investigate the differences between the ores so I can tell which one's mine and which one's Shift's.
Sure, roll me an investigation so see if you can determine the difference.
In before Nat 20.
Oh, please. Oh, yeah.
Yep, they're rocks.
Now I will hold on to these. I will give it to you when you need it.
I will
I'll wait
spend
a bit and
my
go, okay.
1 hour sharpening my stone a little bit.
Hey, roll me another strength check. Hey, you're doing some good headway on it. It's starting to get an edge to it. At this point, it'll give you an extra +1 to damage. So it's your punch +1.
Wonderful.
Dallin. His name was Dallin, right?
Oh, yes. What?
Maria was actually quite nice. A bit, not liking of me, but her techniques were quite interesting. I have a lot to learn.
You are a fucking weird one.
Yes, she is.
Why does everyone keep saying that about me?
Because
I
it's
find
the
it interesting.
Thank you, Half-Elf. I forgot your name.
Teletha.
Teletha.
Telephone.
Yes, that is
You
it.
can call me Telly.
Okay. I am Kiori.
Haven't we already done the introductions?
I have not.
Soft
You
cat.
were there when we did it.
I hug Shift. I go, soft cat.
Yes.
Yeah, the pairing was a bit random, but I do love the fact that I put Shift and you together right now.
I legitimately thought it was on purpose.
I no, this was pre-done before I heard you guys talk.
And as I like hug him, I kind of like I would say throw, but more like basically throw him onto my back. We're gonna practice. We're practicing it.
Anyways, you haven't.
I kind of like you did take me by surprise. So as you do, I like dig my claws into your shoulders to get a grip.
Ow. But I don't mind.
Like the rest of you guys just hear, or you like going off, and then all of a sudden,
I want to tell Telly in complete and utter detail what Maria did to herself.
Oh god, I'm in for a story.
Yes. She'll tell you in like complete and utter gruesome detail exactly every single little procedure.
But yeah, basically shoving a blood bag down her neck and just start squeezing it, kind of like one of those one of those juice packs.
A
Roll a
Capri Sun.
sanity saving throw.
She's saying this all in Elvish, by the way.
And afterwards, she saw the rusty needle being sewn up to the area that she was damaged by.
How's Tilly's reaction?
There's a few points that she looks a little disturbed, but she nods and tries to manage a smile.
This is so fun.
Do I still have my
like-
pickaxes? Or
I'm
did
gonna
No,
they-
say this
your
right now. I'm-
pickaxes were returned always.
I am deciding for Ares. That was said in character.
Guess that was still in character, but her accent though.
So as you guys
Yeah, but-
continue, is there? Yes.
I know we didn't find you a piece of ore today. We'll get you one tomorrow.
Okay, but we're gonna have. You
Just
said
keep
you
your
want to
eyes
get out of here, right?
Yes, I do.
Well, I think if we're gonna have to get out, we better start thinking about things as well besides the ore. I noticed something when we ran past the guards today.
Tell me, what did you notice?
They don't seem to be that, observant. It might be possible to sneak out and look around.
Are you pretty sneaky yourself?
I'm better at sneakiness than I am at honestly looking around.
How about tomorrow I'll find a stone for you, and you sneak around. Tell me what you can find.
I'll try.
Look for any chinks in the armor, so to speak.
Got it. I'll do my best.
Wonderful.
And once again, as the second day comes up and you guys are brought back into the feeding frenzy room of the mess hall, you get another bowl of soup of various items and goo.
Soylent
Dubious
stew again?
food.
You can roll me a perception check to see what it is this time. This time, you are eating it. It doesn't seem to be dead bodies so much this time. Looks like more just like a very lackluster broth of potato soup, almost.
Was that conversation between Alivor and whatever his name is, was that like a whisper one where the rest of us wouldn't have heard?
Hushed tones, not quite speaking out loud, but I'd say you could probably hear it if you were listening for it.
Jeff, probably
Okay.
you could, given your passive perception.
Yeah.
Mine
Okay.
too.
What's your passive perception?
16.
Should be the same as mine.
Yeah, okay.
We
yeah.
have the same.
Okay, I don't know if you had the same or not, since that wasn't necessarily true. But yeah, okay, with your passive perception, I'll say you can hear it too, but just barely, because you're a little farther away the ship and you're not, like, direct line. But I'll say you can also hear it if he wasn't whispering.
So as we're eating, Shift will like scooch over next to Alivor. And he'll be like, I think we would potentially be able to stockpile some pickaxes as weapons if we leave them in the mines.
Alivor will kind of arch a brow and look over. I think you're right, but the thing I'm more worried about is when we get out of this place, we're going to be dealing with the wilds. He kind
The
of like
wilds.
looks at his rags, looks at Telitha and Kiori and even Oyu and Yebin. You have fur, friend. The rest of us are not quite that lucky when it comes to the cold. I think
But
if we're able
we
to...
get out of this place, we will get our magic back. You do not need to worry about the cold once that happens.
I've lived my whole life without magic, friend. so I do not know its capabilities, so to speak.
And I've lived my whole life in the wilds, even before the magic. Once we get out of here, you do not need to worry.
Would you say you're pretty stealthy, light on your feet?
You could definitely say that, yes.
Our friend Yebin over here informed me that the guards are kind of lackadaisical. Perhaps you could sneak around during one of our shifts in the mines and see if you can find out anything. And
I very well could. Perhaps first, though, we should make sure we have enough ore.
I found one for myself the other day, but how many did you guys end up finding?
Me, the orc, and the human have all got one. Only Telethar remains.
I see. He'll look around a moment and rip some of his cloth and wrap his piece of ore and slide it across the table to tell. That's her handled. Now I need to worry about myself and Yebin.
He already seems to have a keen eye.
He'll look at Teleth a moment, I'm sure. If Kiori can help find more ore, then it shouldn't be a problem. We still have 3 days for me and Yebin.
How much ore do they want each 4 days? Is it just one piece for each person?
One piece each person every 4 days. You guys are on day 2 coming up.
Yep. I give a nod.
Very well. But you might need to be careful with the orc if I'm not around.
True. Perhaps you could just let him know to behave.
I will ask him to listen to you, but you must give simple commands, short to the point.
I think I can handle that.
And I'll give you another curt nod, and I'll slide back over to Oyu.
Halor will continue to eat his soup.
Nom 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 nom. I look around and then I prod shift and point towards the Dragonborn.
Yes.
No wing flap flap.
No, knowing.
Small.
Different, smaller, less dangerous.
Less.
Much less.
I crack my knuckles.
Do not fight.
Why?
Only fight when told to.
So you guys ready to head off to the mines?
I just murmur in frustration. Yes, I am.
Okay, so you guys head back into the mines. Now, as you guys once again are heading, each given a pickaxe and led through. Yebin and Shift, you guys want to try to make a sneak attack out, correct? A sneak out, right?
Yes. So as we're like getting up to go with all the noise around, I'll turn to Oyu and I'll be like,
Okay, you listen to the.
"Are you a half elf, Alivor?"
Yes.
Yeah. Listen to the half elf. He will tell you where to go, okay?
Mm.
Can I please have a torch? I cannot see.
I look at
So I'll give the
Alvor. Look back
He
at
will
Shift.
tell you. He will tell you where you can hit.
Thank you.
Okay.
Good. And then I will skulk off with Yevon.
Okay, I need stealth checks. I'll roll Yevon's, obviously, and I'll need one from you. Okay. The pair of you successfully sneak past the guards out to explore the campsite as the others move into the room to begin their search in the mines.
I stand tall next to Alvor.
Kiori, you're a shift behind, so you are missing out on the first roll of investigations.
Okay.
Come, friends, I'll show you where I last found some.
So we'll take care of the mine first, then we'll shift over to you, Shift.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, shift to shift. I assume I only have the one pickaxe.
Yeah.
Hey Dan, can you move shift over to where you?
Shift,
just
did
so
you
I can,
give
like-
did you give OU your pickaxe?
I wouldn't have received a pickaxe, right? Because we would have snuck away.
If you snuck
before-
off before you guys went in, you wouldn't have given pickaxes. That's correct.
Yeah. Because I figured that's when we would have snuck away, because it'd be easier to get
Okay.
to not go in.
Just like. Is there
Just
a wall?
sleep him over.
There's a wall.
Okay, guys, I need investigation checks
Got it.
from Tell, Alinor, and Muscle Wizard.
I will point at this wall over here for OU. I will head back down to where I found the piece last.
Shift is just there so I can see what's going on. I'll be bored.
Hey, Alinor, you find another piece of ore today as you find another
I was so
section.
excited when I saw the 19.
Same spot.
I
It
was like,
was a
what the fuck?
vein.
As you
It
collect
was a vein.
another piece of ore.
Huh. Well, simple enough. See, Talitha? No harm, no foul.
I hit the spot Alvor told me to hit, and then there was nothing there.
Okay, and as you guys move on to your next section, I need one more If you guys want to continue searching for ore, you can roll again.
Might as well stockpile more. Oh, you try over here.
Go over. In the wall. Come on. Hell yeah.
Okay, you guys successfully find 2 more pieces of ore.
This is my lucky ore spot over here. All 3 of my pieces
Dev
have been
and
improved spot.
Alavor find more ore.
There's one over here.
Kiori's just like standing in the middle of the room with her torch, being like, I can't see anything.
And I
No
need-
audio.
You'd be here
Yeah.
now.
If you guys want to roll one more, you guys can do the one last one for your day, or you guys can do something else if you want to do something down here.
So mad. I'll get it. Finally, or I'll go with this. Pretty sure it's impossible for me to find the ore.
Okay, you guys find 2 final last pieces of ore.
I told you this room was good.
I have an idea. How about we sell the ore for favors?
Shiny rock coward.
That's
Alva?
a fair idea. Let's see, we found 5 in total today. 1 I need, 1 Yebit needs. That leaves us with 4 extra.
3.
3, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
3 extra. Hand me one of those extra ones. I want to try and study it.
Would you like some help with that?
I'm sure you have your own piece that you can study as well. What kind of favors do you think? I'm sure we could probably get something out of that.
Possibly from other prisoners. Maybe there's a betting thing with the ring.
Could be the case, but who among us would really want to go in the ring?
I have a few ideas to begin.
Yes, is it the big orc next to you?
Possibly. Or even myself.
I kind of just slowly turned around, like, what?
Perhaps tomorrow we can delve into the ring and see how it goes.
Okay, so as nope.
Let's say either way, we should probably head back up.
Agreed.
So the 4 of you head back up towards the guards where they're waiting for you. That lead you back to your cells.
Yeah.
Once again, taking back your pickaxes, and we will skip over to Shift. Shift, you, with Yevon at your side, sneak out of the cells and start looking around the area. He goes, okay. You are able to get to your right is the mess hall where you ate. In front of you is the main entrance of the mine, and to your left is just a solid wall.
Well, I suppose we should try and get somewhere else. Probably through the mess hall.
You think okay, well, we can try sneaking through the mess hall. I mean, I doubt anybody's in there at this time of day, so that could be safe.
Poke my head around the corner of the door and see if I see anyone.
Roll me a perception.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Okay, looks clear. You don't see anybody around in this area.
Okay, it looks clear. Let's go.
You guys rush into the mess hall. At the moment, everything has been cleaned up and taken care of, but you do notice another door where the food had been exiting from, which you figure is the kitchen, further towards the right of the area, or just ahead of you.
Is that the only other exit?
That would be the only other exit you see, yes.
Alright, I'll head over to that exit, to the entrance to the kitchen. What I assume is.
Yeah. So
I'll try and peek my head in again, just to have a look.
Okay, quick perception. Okay, once again, you look around and you find that within the kitchen, you find quite a bit of food stores, the cooking pot. You even find a couple of knives hanging on the wall. It seems to be empty at the moment.
I'll see if it's possible to. I want to see if I can nab a knife that won't be immediately obvious that it's missing. Maybe one that's been dropped, or one that's like kind of put away somewhere.
Okay, you rummage around and you find one knife. For this, roll me an investigation, just see if you can find the proper knife you're looking for.
What-oh.
So you look around, you do not know which knife would not be noticeable based off looking around.
Then I will nab the nearest one.
Okay, so you nab yourself a knife. So you can put a knife, basically equivalency of a dagger in your inventory.
And there's no other exit out of the kitchen?
You look around. You do see, like, at the top, there's, like, a small window, but it's not big enough for a person to fit through, frankly. It looks like it's just for the ventilation.
Okay. I'll turn back to, I fucking keep forgetting his name.
Yebin.
Yebin. And I'll be like, I cannot see anywhere else to explore at the moment.
Oh, okay. So, do we want to head back to the mine entrance, or do we want to? I mean, we could head down south where the cells were.
That is a good point. Was there another exit out of the cells?
Basically what you know is the cells came above like a giant steel door. You guys are near the front. You've never explored the cells enough to know if there's multiple exit, but
Yeah.
you gather this is a... You know, roll me a straight intelligence check.
I'm good at those.
Okay. You gather prisons generally have one exit. For obvious purposes.
Yeah. Whereabouts was the nurses, the infirmary?
The infirmary was across the room of the cells.
Okay. Alright, I look around. Should we steal some food supplies as well?
That could work. Better take what wouldn't be too obvious, and something that keeps.
Agreed.
He's gonna... Okay, you see Yebin kind of rolling around and searching around the kitchen, and he looks around and finds what looks like to be a sack of, like, salted meat kind of shoved away in the back. This might work. This should keep.
That would be perfect. Can you carry it?
I think so, and he kind of puts it up his shirt. You can put in your inventory 2 days worth of rations.
Is that for a single person?
Yes.
Okay,
Carrying probably 7 days worth of, or 14 days worth of food might be a bit obvious in a kitchen. Just to be frank. That money you get out what you can steal.
Did he nab like as much of it as like all of it, or just like did he just grab some from it?
He grabbed some from it. He was being cautious of not staking everything.
Then I'll also take I'll take one extra along with the knife.
So you
I
take
don't
3.
want to go too overboard,
Yeah.
just for mechanic wise.
Well, like he said, too, taking too much too fast could become suspicious.
Yeah, true. I'll only grab one more.
Yeah.
Okay, we should go deposit these somewhere safe.
We could, maybe hide them in the straw in the cells.
That could work. Well, we can figure out better hiding spots later. For now, let's put it there.
Okay.
We'll head back.
Okay, so you guys head back to the cells to hide your stuff, and I'll say that was basically for you guys. You guys grab the food, you've gathered a knife, you guys meet back up in the cells for the next night.
Once all the guards are gone, I take out the knife and I kick it across to Alivor.
I will take it.
I thought this might be useful in the future.
Good find. By the way, Yebin, here you go. I'll hand him one of the nuggets of ore.
Oh, thank you.
We had a pretty successful night in the mines.
Well, that's good.
That's good to hear. You should see if you can find a better hiding spot for that. We wouldn't want it getting found.
True. That rock I had been sharpening, am I able to fit the knife behind it and kind of just hide it behind the rock? Since it's fist-sized?
You can kinda, just trying to think, because you ground a lot of the rock away over over those 2 hours, so the rock doesn't quite fit as much as it used to cover. You can
Okay.
put the dagger in there, but the rock's kind of very loose and doesn't quite fit like it used to.
Okay. I'm just gonna wager off the fact, like, at half glance, they probably won't know.
Yeah.
So I don't really have anywhere else to put it. Or you know what? I guess I'll spend the hour that I normally do grinding the rock, looking for a better spot myself.
Okay, roll for an investigation.
Oof.
Yeah, you spent an hour looking around. You can't really think of a better spot to put that dagger.
Is there like pee and poop in the bucket?
Well, have you been shitting and pissing in it?
Well, I assume so.
Then there's probably shit and piss in it.
I won't like it, but I'll put the knife in there.
Okay.
No.
No, what happens if they have to clean it? Or if they clean it when we're not here?
Do they clean it while we're gone? I don't think they would.
You haven't seen it done yet, but you don't know what the schedule is for these buckets. You would assume that they have to eventually, otherwise what's the point of the bucket?
Guru, I don't care, I'm all you.
I'll say I'd think about this before I put the knife in.
Yeah.
And
Can I try and-
you know what? Go ahead, Shiv.
I was just gonna say, can I try and have a look around my cell to see if there's like a relatively clean spot that I can leave the ration that I pinched?
Sure, roll me an investigation.
Somewhere to hide it away in a corner. Nope. I'm just like, this rock looks good, and I slap it on it.
Yeah, pretty
Do
much.
Do we
You
have
cannot
a
find.
loose rock?
Roll me an investigation.
Who fucking will?
Eventually. You're probably better than I did.
You're looking around. You don't find a loose rock, but you find like a starter rock, and you start pulling on it really, really hard. For shits and giggles, roll me a strength check.
Raw strength?
Yep.
Okay.
It's gonna be
He
a no.
pops out a section of rock.
Is it solid wall behind the rock?
It's a bit of a denture, but mostly yes. It's still solid wall. Given that he did an 8 investigation, he did it towards the thickest part of the wall. But you figured roll me an intelligence.
Just a raw intelligence.
Yeah. Okay, never mind.
This is the best room, guys.
There's a hole in the wall, and you've got a big rock that fits in the hole.
Do I notice that he pulled out a chunk of his?
I'm gonna say
I
no
did
because
go.
you were looking around at the same time.
Okay.
Like you guys get 1 hour to do something, and then you gotta take your long rest. Otherwise, you will take a point of exhaustion.
Like a
Yeah, I'll
kid
just
playing
I'll
with-
put the knife where I originally intended to. I mean, that's really the best spot.
like a kid learning basic action and consequence. I put the rock back and then pull it out and do it over and over again.
So
Hey, now you have a big ass boulder you can use for a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
it's not really a boulder. It's just
It's
like the
not
size of
big,
his
right?
hand. It's about the size of his palm.
I mean, he can still club something with that.
Oh yeah, if you use it, I will give you a +1 damage.
Or club them with these guns.
Dylan,
Oh,
Damn
yes,
it.
what is it? He was trying to nod off to sleep.
do you have your oar?
Not at the moment, why?
Oh, we gotta steal it.
I was just wondering, do you know how to get into the ring, or is that like a thing that you're allowed to do only one day?
If you want to get into the fighting pits, you can always ask a guard. Usually it helps if you've proven yourself a little bit.
And how do you prove yourself?
Well, I proved myself by knocking out the guy next to me when we were eating dinner.
How cherry.
A man after my own heart.
If you try to knock me out, I will fucking bite you.
But Dallin, tell me by the end of the third day if you do not have a Nor.
Okay, I'll do that.
Thank you.
Is there anything you girls want to do in your cell before with the hour you have?
I doubt I have the strength to pull any of this bullshit out like they are, so no.
Can you tell me what girls usually do to pass the time?
Oh no. Kiori, please.
Gossip?
Chatting, mostly.
What do they chat about? We chatted the other day, but I don't think you... yeah.
It was an interesting topic. That's for sure.
I can continue. There's about another hour left of discussion that we have to finish.
That's just fine.
Oh, it's okay then? Alright, I can keep going then.
Sure.
Alright, I go on for an hour, or whatever this hour is, just talking about it quite loudly and common so everyone else can probably listen in.
Oh, sweet.
I'm like such an antisocial person, okay? But she's a sweetheart.
You're playing it perfectly. I rather enjoy this character, I have to admit.
Or you,
I actually tried
Or
really
you
hard on her, but I'm really happy.
Yeah, no, she's great. I love her. Okay, so you guys get one more night's rest in preparing yourselves for the next day. You are once again moved into the mess hall.
nom 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 nom.
I'm gonna, after a little bit of thinking about it the other night, I'm gonna go up to one of the guards and go, tell me, I've heard about this ring.
Yeah? You think you're some hot shit, do you?
Well, I was a mercenary back in the day. Can hold my own in a fight. Killed some big bugs in the mines too.
Well, if you think you've got what it takes, we always have the fights going on occasionally.
I'd be interested in giving it a try. Perhaps for some better clothes.
Yeah, we could do that for you.
Wonderful. When do these fights go on?
Well, there's one tonight, if you're up for it.
Of course.
Well, we'll see you
I'll
at
be
the
there.
fight then.
Very well. And I'll go eat my, hopefully, potato stew again.
Everybody roll me another, if you want to know, you can
Nature
roll perception, or nature perception to find out what you're eating today. I love the fact that Dev got the perfect one this time. So as you guys are, Kiri and Dev, as you two are eating, you start moving your soup around, and this time you notice that this isn't another potato soup again. This has meat in it, kind of. As when you start sipping it out, you see what looks to be like a very familiar looking leg stick kind of poke out with some wings attached to it.
So it's sturge stew.
Sturgeon stew, yep.
Sturgeon food.
How does this stand? slide her bowl forward a little.
Tilly,
If you don't want that, I bet you will eat it.
You go right ahead. I'm not touching that.
Tilly, can I ask you a
Of your
question?
strength.
You may.
Is watching
see.
people fight a normal thing? Is that something that goes on?
Some people enjoy it, yes.
Would you like to watch it?
Yeah,
Can I go with you?
of course.
Okay. Just okay. No real emotion, just okay.
What's going on here? Yevon's just like, why are you talking about fights?
We're going to be
Fuck.
fighting people. It will be fun.
Oh, okay.
It's Droop. No, Droop. Sorry.
Yes, it's Droop. Your pirate's wife is in the prison.
Self-proclaimed wife.
Yeah, your self-proclaimed waifu.
Huh?
I wasn't in this shit.
Yeah, it was an old
A different
gig.
life.
Oh dear.
Are
Free-
the shell bits of the sturge edible, or are they just like there?
No, they're edible. It's the same way that
Okay,
beetle shells are edible.
Telly
Beetle
just doesn't
shells.
like bugs, man. That's why she ain't touching hers.
Nom 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 nom. I eat it.
That's a little bit of a crunch.
Yo, if your food buzzes, you wouldn't be, you know.
It's not buzzing anymore.
Oliver's
it's
gonna
fine.
look
Cry
and
sometimes.
look and
Cycle
be
of
like,
nature.
Oliver's
Everything comes
gonna-
from the earth and everything returns to it.
he's gonna look at his sturge soup and wonder if this is the one he killed.
Ah.
I look at anyone else who has not finished their stir soup.
Shift
Okay.
hasn't finished, but he's slow. He's eating it. He's just taking his time.
Kiori does not look impressed when she eats it.
Telly's not eating hers.
It's okay.
I sit back, waiting.
Telly,
Like, oh, this
Tell
is-
doesn't eat her soup.
Yeah, I snatched it when Shift's like, "You can eat this." I'm like, "Okay."
As the day moves on, you guys are then getting ready for your mind shift.
Do you think we should try and stockpile some pickaxes today?
I think they'll make sure that we all have our pickaxes when we exit.
If we get attacked by more bugs, maybe one of us might lose one by accident.
I do not want to search out trying to find out these bugs, but
Pickaxe coward.
We don't actually have to get attacked by one.
What do you think?
I would like to see Maria
Pickaxe as a
again.
whole?
Okay, then I can attack you, and it'll look like you've been hurt again.
Okay.
Who is
He
Marie?
fucking like cocks his head to the side, like you weren't supposed to agree to that. He gives you like a confused squint.
Once we go into the mines, you can hit me and I can go see Maria again. Or Maria. I'd like to learn more. But Aliva, do you want me to tell you about her?
I have a
Does Tell
feeling
have fear in
I
her
don't
eyes?
want.
She's quite nice, actually.
Right, I'm sure.
What do you mean?
Nothing. We should get to the mines.
Okay. I love Kiori so much.
Anyway, so you guys head towards the mines again for another day. Are you guys? Are you? If you guys want to do any sneaking away or anything, now's the time to discuss it. But
No, I won't sneak away today.
Perhaps we should spend time exploring the mines. See if maybe there's another way out through them.
Maybe we can just get Oyu to keep mining in one direction.
I heard the name, so I turn. If
If
shifts on
we
my back,
knew
I
which
turn.
way was out, that would probably be a great.
By the direction that I saw and about the cave, could I tell like which way would be the exit if we mined straight through?
I mean,
Could I also potentially roll a check to try and figure that out?
sure, you both can roll a nature check.
Bam.
Don't even know if I need to, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Hey,
Oh,
Corey and Shift, you guys do know that, yeah, okay, if you continue, like, in an eastward direction, you could possibly mine your way out. You're also well aware of the fact that you probably got, like, several miles worth of mine to go through.
Yeah, but that's why Oyu's doing all the work.
And how long would it take?
Months. With with a
Well,
with a
look.
small group.
Well,
Do, like,
Dallin's been there for 2 years, so we got time.
Yeah,
Yep.
can we ask
You
Dallin to
might.
come with us?
You could see.
I don't know if I want to do that.
Well, you know, he's been here for 2 years, so he might know something.
Yes.
I agree, he could be a useful source of information, but I don't know if I want him with us.
We can bribe him with giving him an ore.
Yeah, he had
Yes, I think that could be for the best.
Yes. Can someone else go get him? I'm not quite good at talking to him. Plus, I don't think he likes me.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I wonder indeed. I've been only nice to him.
You probably woke him up a few times with your stories.
I do not mean to wake people up with my stories. You could have asked me to be quieter, but you didn't. So it is you to blame and not me.
That's okay, I can't hear anything over Oyu snoring. It's okay, Oyu.
Are you sure it's snoring and not
Like I
drunk?
said, let's spend a little bit of time today exploring these mines a little bit further, perhaps.
I
There's
agree.
a way out.
Do we want to ask Dallin to come with us, or is that a no?
I do not
I don't
want
think we need to ask him at the moment.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys want to explore deeper into the caverns?
Yeah, see if maybe there's a natural cave somewhere that leads out, not necessarily a mine.
Yeah, I'm gonna shift you guys for a bit while you do this, so just so you know where. You guys can keep yourselves there. I want everybody to roll me investigation checks.
We're traveling.
This is the time. 5%. Yeah.
So you guys spend your entire shift going deep into these caves, wandering around for miles upon miles. Unfortunately, you kind of get a bit lost after a while moving around, and you're unable to determine much. These things go deep. You could maybe guess there could be a natural exit still. You can't rule it out, but at the same time, you at the moment would have no idea where it is.
Does anybody know anything about this mountain?
I just shake my head.
This ore is kind of strange.
I can tell you what it does.
Yeah.
Bug
what is it?
hidey hole.
It makes the immortality potions for the lords and for the empress.
So, I presume using it in its natural state isn't good enough.
No, I'm sure there's a recipe for it, and I do want to learn how to make it. It does seem quite an interesting feat, honestly, to make such immortality from this.
So perhaps we should keep a little bit of the ore extra in case we get out.
Possibly.
That way we can have it on us for study later.
I'd very much like that, yes.
Prowl's ears pricked back at the suggestion.
See if we can learn more about these lords and how they do what they do. It'll make it easier to unseat them.
Unseat them? What do you mean by that?
Remove them from power.
And why do you wish to do that?
Because they're pricks.
And
They
then
had us
turn
eat
to
people on our first day here. What do you
turn
think?
to Alvor and say, "Stand. Word is stand."
Stand.
Yeah, no seat. Stand.
I see.
Let's stand proud.
I give you a pat.
May I ask a question to you, Alva?
You can.
Does he hate you because you are an elf, or is it because of your actual innate emotions and past with the Empress? If you were born a
Perhaps
human, would you have the same opinion as you do now?
a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
Interesting.
Let's just say these lords are dubious at best. All they care about is their self-interest. They don't have any qualms of squashing whoever gets in their way.
And I suppose you're not saying this out of bias?
Of course not. I'm saying it out of experience. She's being truthful.
Interesting. Not all lords are the same, I would believe that. Some of them may be, some of them may not be. Not everyone is as good or evil as the other.
When you find one that's not cruel, let me know.
I know a few.
I don't imagine they're that good if they're still weaning off the power of the Empress and her teat of immortality potions.
Giori just tilts her head a little bit at that.
Tit.
Yes. Yes.
I
oh, you
tried.
tits.
I resisted the urge to laugh at that. It must be serious.
I do not understand your squabble.
It is not a squabble. It is an actual conversation about good and evil.
Differences of opinion.
Yes, quite.
Simply put, Shift, if the current lords in power weren't in power, you wouldn't be here right now.
That's not true.
That is true. There wouldn't be a death mine here.
Then you must remove all the lords of the Empress to get such a thing. That would be almost simply impossible.
Nothing's impossible.
That's why I say almost simply impossible. There's still a chance.
This sounds like the fucking plot of the new Fire Emblem game, I swear to god. It's not even a joke.
The crests are to blame!
Edelgard's like, I'm going to remove every fucking noble.
To be fair, it's not every noble. It's just most.
The corrupt ones.
The corrupt ones.
Well, she also,
it's
like,
more
her
Oliver.
express goal
It's
is
more Oliver Queen, and you have failed this city.
Yeah.
Well,
but
actually,
Green Arrow,
like, because you didn't go Black Eagles.
No, I went Blue Lions.
Because Edelgard's literally like, once I'm Empress, I'm going to abolish the entire nobility system.
so she's up for democracy.
Basically. Well, actually, no. She still is going to have it as an empire, but
She's
she wants to
just
make
gonna-
it. She wants it to be merit-based instead of bloodline. But she's the empress.
So
but
she's
then
going for
everybody around
the
her-
benevolent dictator style.
Yeah. That's the one.
Ah, the old benevolent dictator.
Anyways, it's at
Yeah, I
this
love
point,
North Korea.
guys, whereas you guys are, I gotta roll something here. Give me a second.
Discussing the finer points of politics.
Which I follow completely.
Okay, that's
Prowl-
everybody.
shit,
Oi,
shit,
as
shit,
you
shit.
are wandering around, looking about yourself, you feel something kind of crawling on your skin.
I scratch at
All
it.
of us?
No, just him at the moment. When suddenly,
Okay.
I have to adjust this game later because I forgot to set the settings to do all this stuff automatically.
What were?
Not a huge issue.
Forget yo.
Oh God. Roll me a Constitution
Nice.
saving throw, Oi.
What? No, I die.
Well, I guess there's one pickaxe we don't have to worry about.
Okay, so you only take 2 piercing damage as you look down. You see this little black spider crawling on your arm and just bit you. And as
Like
you do so,
actual little spider or little by OU standards? Because OU
Little-
is a big boy.
Yeah, because I'm.
well,
big.
they're about the size of wolf spiders.
Oh God, no!
I slap it.
As little wolf spiders now appear between, start crawling out of the caves around you. Everybody roll initiative.
Way ahead of ya. I mean,
Oh,
this is
shit.
basically just every afternoon here.
Saucies. I just. Dang, I wrote better, but I have to correct it. I'm gonna correct it. Heath.
Okay.
You don't need to worry. Yeah, so it's just like,
Still
you know.
missing you, Tell.
It's basically just my roommates.
Oh, Deb. Okay, you didn't have your token selected. I will put you in on. Put you in there.
Sorry.
No worries. It happens. And I will do.
Dev is the new one that doesn't know how Roll20 works.
No, I just haven't D&D'd in like years, so I'm still getting into things.
I hope you're having fun at least with it so far.
I am.
Wait,
I hope you're having
before I
fun
joined
with
Heath's
viewing.
game, I didn't understand how Roll20 worked fully. So,
I
Like,
still
every-
don't know how this works fully, because the other times that I've ever done D&D, it's been
in
real
person.
life, and the first
Yeah.
time I did Roll20 was through Nano.
Nice.
Yeah,
Shift. You're up
Literally
first.
taking my position.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna throw my pickaxe at the nearest one.
Okay. Roll me an attack roll with strength based.
Please tell me you
No.
screech when you do it.
No.
Dang.
So you
It's 11.
whip
Would I
it
have
over
a
top.
proficiency.
No, I don't think you do with this. Not throwing it. They're not throw weapons. So
Okay,
you
fair enough.
whip the pickaxe over top, and it just misses the spider. As you kind of
And I
freak out.
turn to the rest of the party and I go, "Oops, lost pickaxe in fight."
Don't
And
worry.
I'll take a few steps. How far can I go? 5, 10. I'll just go 15 feet over here. I'll be like,
Okay.
Oh, you fetch.
This spider
No,
climbs
you-
up on, goes for a bite.
No.
I need a con save from Alivor. Hey, you're fine. You take 1 point of damage as the spider just bites into your arm.
One of these fat stacks of damage.
Oh, you're up.
I punched the spider. The one that bit me.
Yep.
Or slap it if it's on my hand. If it's on me.
It just splat. Do the spider gunk on your hand.
Alright. And my turn.
Alivor.
I'll fling it off my arm and swing the pickaxe at.
You unfortunately just can't hit it as the little thing kind of leaps up and kind of crawls on the pickaxe.
Minimum damage is 6. Nice. Okay.
Tell! This one crawls up at you and doesn't quite gets caught in your cloth and doesn't get able to pierce your shirt as you're fine. Tell your move.
I'm gonna try and like smack this thing off me. She's screaming.
Just echoing through the cave.
Yeah, just roll
Horror movie
me
style.
a punch. Just
where's the button for
just
it?
roll your strength because plus
Okay.
you had your proficiency, so it's your strength plus 2.
Yeah, just do a d20.
Okay, you actually successfully smack it.
Yeah, 14.
You're unfortunately only do 1 damage to it, so you smack it like scream and it goes. It like legs split out across on your arm, and when you remove your hand, it kind of pops back up.
I can even say
Did
it.
Did I miss it by like 1 when I threw the pickaxe?
Yes, you missed it by like 1.
Like living a nightmare where the spider won't die after getting hit by it.
Kiori's not back, but I could do this for she'll help Tell. It's like, don't worry, I've got this. Just stay still as he picks the pickup axe over her head, ready to swing.
Of course you would.
Actually, I'll just have her throw a punch, but just
Alright, please tell us.
splat! That thing just explodes all over Tell. Just she's got the little spider guts on her arm as she finishes. Shift, your turn.
I will just walk on over to Alivor and I'll try to claw the spider off him.
You slice the spider in half with your claws. It just falls to the ground.
You're welcome.
Now we're even.
I cock my head to the side.
Whatever do you mean?
Oh, I took care of those big ones earlier. Just the other day.
No, you took care of one of them. I killed the other.
Right. I took care of a big one, like I said.
And shrug. I'm like,
Okay, we are even then.
Doesn't matter who takes care of him, just get rid of him.
Congratulations, guys! You beat you beat an encounter of CR0 creatures.
Big oof.
And it almost, you know what's funny is Oi almost got knocked out from it. If he failed his con save, he'd be down to 2 hit points from a fucking spider bite.
But I didn't, because I am the boss.
It was a real shame that we lost a pickaxe. But
Can't
that is
find
how
pickaxe.
it goes. No, Oyu, we don't need to find the pickaxe, it's
I
fine.
walk up to shit. Can't find pickaxe.
No find pickaxe.
I point at the pickaxe. But pickaxe!
No, leave pickaxe. Pickaxe stay.
Do I still have a pickaxe?
You have your pickaxe.
Okay. I go up to this wall and hit it. Please, just a random ore.
Sure, roll me. You roll me a D100.
It's like a diamond. Oh,
You crack on it, you find nothing.
See? Pickaxe!
Yes, very good.
I scowl, not knowing what's happening.
So we used all of our time today, right?
You use your
We just have
entire
to head
time to have to head back. Yep.
Exploring.
All right, we should return.
And you guys head back to your cells once more.
Because I don't have a second pickaxe, I just snatch shift and carry him football stuff.
But as you guys leave the mines, the guards do go, wait a minute, where's the fucking furries one at pickaxe?
We lost it in a fight against some beasts.
Pickaxe! I give them the pickaxe.
They look you up and down. Well, I guess accidents happen, don't they? And as
Indeed,
he...
it was very unfortunate.
Yes, I bet. Shift, he cracks you across the head for 5 damage.
I hiss at him.
Huh? Don't do it again, pussy.
I punch him!
Wait, what? You punch the guard?
Yes!
Okay, roll your attack!
This is my seeing eye cat! How fucking dare you?
Oh god, what happens here? So, you crack this guy in the face for 5 damage. He goes, you're gonna fucking pay for that, as he takes out a giant axe.
No money! Spit on his face!
Oyu. Settle
What?
down. Settle down. What did I say about fight?
You take
No
9
fight.
damage and he just cleaves the axe into your chest, you.
As I turn around, no fight, and then just I kind of flop unconscious on shit.
Well, so you take that fucking piece of shit off to the infirmary before he bleeds out and dies. Oyu?
I immediately volunteer.
I
God.
need 3 death
I've
saving
breath
throws.
Oh my god.
Unless someone wants to try to stabilize him.
I would like to.
Can I help?
I mean,
Sure.
I'd like to help.
I'll try to stabilize him because I've spent the most time with him.
I could try and help too.
He
Okay.
knows my body the most.
Am I doing this with advantage if they're helping?
I will say flat because I was going to give you disadvantage in the simple fact you don't have
Okay.
like a medicine kit with you.
Okay, fair. So just a medicine check?
Yeah, roll me a straight medicine. Okay, I will say you get 1 success, OU, but I'm going to need death saving throw still.
Okay, here's the first. Okay, good. Next. Okay, good.
Hold up. I will allow 1 more medicine check. Oh, fuck!
Oh, fuck! Please kill me.
Okay. I will allow, just because I will allow, if anybody wants to try to rush him to the doctors before he dies, an athletics check to get him there.
I will
his-
bolt ahead and tell the nurse, whatever the fuck her name was, to get ready for a patient.
Okay. I need an athletics check from somebody who wants to help roll his ass. I'll give him an advantage because I'm assuming the whole party's moving his ass.
I don't know
All
if they
right.
care for the big look.
Okay, so you successfully bring Oyu into the thing where he goes, oh, what's this? Did someone get a little bit of a boo-boo?
You could say that.
Oh, how fun! As you guys shove him in, Oyu, you get shoved onto the desk. You are healed, but tomorrow you are not available for the rest of the day. And we get to do something fun finally!
Yuri is going to watch every second of the procedure.
This is gonna be the fucking the new.
This is the lingering injuries table because he failed 2 death saving throws.
Oh, Keith, can I ask you a question?
Oh, sure, yep.
Is Kiori allowed to just watch Maria perform like medical stuff on him?
Shh. Roll me one more persuasion check to see if you can convince her to stick around. No, they kick you the hell out.
Why? She looks really sad.
Does she kick
Can I
all of us
try
out
and
or
convince them to
just?
keep her?
Just me.
Is
Oh,
she just kicking Yuri out or all of us out?
all of you are out unless you're patients. You probably could use some healing if you want to, but...
Nah, not from her.
No,
Okay.
no. Shift, hit me.
So I'm okay. Can
No,
I
shift.
roll another death save just for
Sure,
shits and
shits and giggles, roll it.
Oh god.
giggles? Oh,
Okay, roll one more,
Okay.
see what would have happened. I'm curious now.
okay. Okay.
Hey, you would have survived, but you still would have failed too for the,
I would have failed too, yeah.
45! What lingering injury did that just get? You've got a broken finger!
Oh no.
You have disadvantage on sleight of hand checks and dexterity checks to use fine tools such as thieves' tools, using the other hand broken finger. The injury heals if you receive magical healing. Alternatively, the injury has someone to the finger with a DC with a medicine check, and you spend 10 days doing nothing but resting. So I'm going to put that in your character sheet so you know.
Oh, I was adding it right now.
Okay.
Once we get kicked out, I want to go to shift.
So wait, I'm bad at sleight of... I just...
I will
It's-
put it in your bio
there.
section under additional features. There you go.
Shift, hit me.
Okay.
Shift.
God. She just wants
Must
to get
I?
back to not be in the thing.
Yeah, that
Hit
could-
me.
That could have went really
I
bad,
turn to
man.
the rest of the party and see what they think.
Alivor shrugs.
Pelican shakes his head.
Fine. And I would just take out one claw and like scratch it just down the side of your head.
Okay, roll damage.
Now you have rabies.
So you take a little scratch across your face.
I immediately walk back in.
Oh, you're here again. What is it you want this time?
I point to the injury.
Go over there and I'll be with you in a minute. I have to work on this big brute first. And just watch now as you see taking like cracking fingers. Oddly enough, Oyu, the battle axe to your chest should not have broken a finger, but when Maria is fixing you, and you're conscious at this point, she just kind of grabs your hand and rips it open to like crack it.
Kiori is
Nice.
watching everything.
And as
is
she
just
does
like,
so, she kind of uses your own hand to sew it back up and kind of like attaches your finger to your chest.
What?
What a terrible nurse.
And then she has fun and just rips your hand out of your thing, breaking the finger as she dislodges it.
Oh!
Kiori's fallen in love with this beautiful art. She's
God.
taking notes in her mind.
First lingering injury! Like, so close to you actually dying in the first fucking session like I predicted!
But I didn't. Keith.
You did it.
That's what matters.
I know, but you got the first lingering injury, which is also what I predicted. Oh.
Well, at least
So
it's-
Maria, with you, she goes, well, let's see what you got. Oh, looks like you got some nasty scratches there. I'll fix that right up. And she takes out like a bottle up and kind of puts it on a cloth and just puts it onto your face. Roll me a con save for fun.
God, this is it per Roxanne.
Okay. It burns like a motherfucker. It feels like someone's poured acid onto your face, but you're able to grit your teeth and bear it as the wounds start to slowly heal up.
What is it you used? I want to know more, please.
That's a specific sort of rubbing alcohol. Gets rid of all the nasty germs from claws.
Interesting. So it's just like alcohol, or like how do you make rubbing alcohol?
It's like alcohol, but more concentrated and a bit more vicious to hurt people with. I had a little extra stuff on my own flavor, special herbs of my own concoction. But now you hush up and get back to your cell. And with Kiori being put back into her cell, and oh my god, I fucking still can't believe that happened. You guys are put back into your cell. Well, you're back up to full HP, but you are unable to do anything tomorrow. You need a full day's worth of rest.
Okay.
I'm going to use one of my hit die for my long rest.
Okay.
Hey, wait, is it a D8? It is.
Yeah, it's a D8 plus 1. Yep, so you get your whole 9 back. Nice.
No one
Dallin.
fucks with my seeing eye cat.
Dallin,
Hello?
I'm asking the NPC person across from
Oh, what is it?
me. Did you get your crystal thing, or...
No, I didn't get my ore. I don't think I really need to worry about it. I gotta fight tomorrow.
Why do you... If you don't get it, then what will happen? You will
If
die,
I lose
right?
my fight, I die, but if I win it, I get an ore for it.
Oh. Tell me if you wanna lose, then.
Fine. Jeez, what? God, weirdo. Ah, yeah, darling.
Dallin, do these fights have any particular rules to them?
Beat the fucker up until he passes out with your hands.
Only hands. You could
Well,
not
you
bring
can bite
a-
or cheat. You know weapons. What's what you got?
Interesting. Well, good luck.
Yeah, I fucking will need it with if I can ever get some fucking sleep! Guy rolls over in his hay. Jackass. As you just look over at the scruffy looking Kenku next to him. So as you guys prepare, is there anything you want to do with your 1 hour of prep time before your day's over?
I feel.
I'm
Nah.
gonna check to make sure the knife is still secure. I assume so.
Yeah, you take a peek at the knife. When you take out the rock, I'll put it back in. This time I want you to roll me a survival check. Okay, put the rock back in. You feel secure that it's still well hidden.
Okay, and then I will spend the rest of my last hour just observing the ore, just taking it in while he grabs onto his dog tags, thinking about the past for a while.
Okay. Tell, do you keep the ore with you too?
Yeah, I still have my ore as well.
And how much ore do you have on you?
3.
Okay, and how much ore do you have on you, Alivor?
I have 2 because I gave one to Yevon.
Okay.
And
So-
Shift has Oyu and Shift's 2 bits of ore.
I have 2.
I'm assuming Oyu did not take any of the other ones you guys found.
Yeah, as you
No.
guys sleep with the
Oh,
ore,
mad.
being with so much ore on the second day, you guys start feeling a little off the next morning. Just the half
But
elves.
I don't, right? Because I. Oh, okay.
The two half elves. You start feeling a little off with the ore in your hand for some reason. You don't feel anything negative effect, but you feel like you know you got a night's sleep, but you feel like when you have that you get a good night's sleep. You felt like, but at the same time you're just really tired still when you wake up.
Lethargic.
Yeah, you're very lethargic.
From someone who suffers insomnia, yeah, I know that feeling well.
Oof. The pair of you wake up very lethargic this morning.
Tell, you don't look well.
Just some trouble sleeping, that's all.
Don't want to check if you're ill.
And I'm fine. I'll be fine.
Are you sure? I could help.
I'll be fine. It's alright. You don't have to worry about me.
I'm not worrying.
Oh god, she's turning into Maria.
You haven't even seen her work yet.
It is quite marvelous, though.
It's not.
I've heard plenty.
By the way, Shift, when you look at poor Oyu, you could see like the jagged, ridiculous scar in his chest that was sewn up with a strange like finger indent in his body where you don't know where the fuck that came from, and the broken finger on top of it.
I like.
That lady is
I like-
fucking insane.
Flop spread on the hay. Like,
Without Tell's permission, I'm just gonna like casually just look at her and see if I can find out what's wrong with her.
Like you start like lifting up her eyelid and fucking like opening her mouth and looking in and shit.
Yeah, sure. Roll me a medicine check. At disadvantage, because I'm assuming Tell's not letting this go easily.
No, she's not.
Yeah, you can't really tell much, because anytime you try to look at her, Tell keeps slapping your hand away, like, get the fuck off me, you crazy bitch!
I am not going to hurt you, I can promise that. I am not interested in causing people pain.
I said I'm fine. It's okay.
Alibor takes a little bit longer to fully wake up. Kind of rubbing at his face. Yevon, were you snoring really loud last night or something?
You look over at Yevon, he also looks like he had a rough sleep last night. Even more so.
Yevon, you okay?
I'm just not feeling too good, that's all.
Wasn't Yabin talking about magical races being inversely affected by this mine?
I immediately stare back at Tell. Are you sure you do not want me to make sure you are okay?
I'm fine.
Kiori looks sad.
Alavor, how do you feel?
Bit lethargic, if I'm being honest, but no worse for the wear.
Tell feels the same, but she is refusing to let me see if she is okay.
I don't blame her. Anyway.
What do you mean?
Anyway. If you continue to feel negatively impacted, maybe it's best for us to look into it.
Of course. Oliver will let out a yawn, get up and kind of stretch, do his little morning routine.
As you guys get ready for the... Oh, sorry.
I said Telda's just gonna sit and look a little disgruntled, staring at Kiori.
I gotta say, I'm really happy with the pairing I created, so...
Kiori is just gonna stare back, not really having any expression.
Yevon, do a couple laps around the cell, maybe. Some
okay.
push-ups and sit-ups, get the blood flowing.
He says like little tiny jumping jacks.
There you go.
When Sorry, Heath. When me and Yevon were exploring, were the cells left unlocked?
You guys didn't go to the cells. You guys went to the kitchens.
Well, but I assumed that we would have returned a little bit earlier than the other guys.
Okay, for the purposes of that, I would say, yeah, if you guys went to your cells without, if you guys went to the cell area, you probably would have to make another stealth check. When you returned,
Okay,
you
then.
returned with the group, right?
Okay.
Otherwise, it's a
Okay,
little
that's fine.
suspicious to see two people just wander back to their cells by themselves.
Yep. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
They're like, well, we would notice if they like lock them behind us when we get pulled out, right?
You would, yes. I mean, you see them close the doors. You don't necessarily see them lock them.
Okay. Okay.
You gather, but the one thing you have, everybody roll me one more perception check for information.
I'm rolling real bad most of the time.
Except on your stealth thing, then you're fucking nat 20, nat 20, nat 20.
Sorry.
Fuck, I mean, honestly, you would notice something, but I don't think he's smart enough to figure out what it means.
Oh yeah, tell me.
Kiori, you definitely notice and are smart enough to realize that not everybody is left out of the... not everybody in the cells are let out at the same time. And there's always a few guards left behind. But basically, because you guys at this point have gathered, there's probably somewhere around between 2,000 to 3,000 slaves in this mine.
Oh, yeah.
So they don't have them all down there at once.
I will say this to whoever was wondering.
So it probably would be a bad idea to leave the ore behind.
Are we all going to be able to go to the fight, or do we have to be... 'Cause I would like to watch.
No plans of leaving this ore in here.
Hey, Dallin, do other prisoners get to watch the fights, or is it a guard-only event?
Unless you're participating, it's generally guards only. I mean, if you've won a couple of fights like me, then you can get to watch see what the new competitors are like. But otherwise, just the guards. This isn't exactly a pleasure cruise we're on here.
What do you even do all day if you're hinging your survival on these fights?
I look for the ore occasionally, but I tend to train for my fighting.
What do you do if you do not win the fight?
Well, I would probably end up dying.
So you haven't lost a fight yet, is what you're saying.
Oh, I've lost a couple, but I tend to fight every other day. I haven't lost 2 in a row, if that's what you mean.
Gotcha.
When did you last lose?
Last week, the other day, unfortunately. Got up against Orokala. He's a fucking brute.
So this is how you have survived the past 2 years, you said?
Well, not every fight. As I said, I tend to fight if I don't seem to have any luck on the ore the first day. It's tough to find the ore down there sometimes. Besides,
Yes.
plenty of people who've died down. There have been lots of people who've gone missing down in those mines regardless.
You don't think they've just found a way out?
I doubt it, and even if they did, they probably just starved out in the wilderness. Like I said, I got a bit of a rep down here. I even get my company occasionally when I win.
What a cheery man.
What kind of company do you get?
Hell, anyone catches my eye, honestly.
Do they agree to this?
Yeah, most of them do.
Most of them.
What, you think I'm a nice guy? I'm in a fucking death prison. What do I care? We're all dead anyways.
So
I
why
see.
prolong it?
Why prolong any life?
I want to get knowledge and become a better, well, know a lot of things. I have to write a book. I need to do that.
God, she's fucking weird.
What's wrong?
Never mind. What, are you guys up for the fights next this week or what?
I
Flirt.
told the guard I was going to participate.
I think I'd like to join.
Carrie and I were hoping to watch, but
I doubt you can get in the fights. Like I say, participation, watching. There's only a couple ways you can get in and watch, honestly.
I sit up in pain. Flirt.
How?
Well, like I said, either you're a champ like me, or one of the guards decides to take you along with them.
so they could be persuaded.
Yeah, they can be.
I am not good with that.
I've noticed.
You wanted to watch, didn't you?
Yes.
Well, we could see if we could talk to the guard.
Okay. You have to do it though. Apparently I'm weird.
Don't listen to others.
That hurts my feelings. And as she
Weird
says
is
that,
just
she doesn't have like much of an expression on her face.
Weird is just how people categorize things they do not understand.
Just think of it as a compliment.
Dallin,
Either something or not.
how many champions would you say are in this fighting ring?
The top champs. At the moment, the top 5. There's about 6 top placeholders in the area, counting myself.
6.
Who are the ones that can keep winning?
Is it just one fight a night, or is it multiple fights in a row?
There's several fights generally. Obviously, you only get one fight yourself a night, though. Except maybe Grom. I saw him take on 3 competitors at once. Beat the living fuck out of all of them.
I see.
So are these wager matches?
The guards
Do
like to
you
wager, and some of us do too.
So who do you get the ore from if you win?
It's less
The
about
person you
getting the...
beat?
Well, you can get it from the person you beat if you want to gamble away your chances of life, but champions don't have to necessarily get ore as long as we keep winning for the entertainment purposes.
That's interesting.
The warden likes a show. It gets boring up here, he says.
So the warden watches these fights.
Oh, most definitely.
What is the warden like?
Well, let's just say, little girl, the last thing you want to do is get on his bad side.
We
I saw-
I'm
did
actually
literally-
quite tall. I am not little.
we saw him punch a dragon.
That was
Actually,
the other one.
Yeah, that wasn't the warden. That
Oh,
was
sorry.
that was
Right,
Lupin.
yeah, sorry.
From what I understand, the warden's an ex-guard of the Empress.
The
Okay.
Empress?
Yeah, the Empress, you know, the lady in charge. The big kahuna. The evil bitch that put
No.
us all here.
Hey, Huna.
I do not know. Who is this Empress?
She is the leader of this country. If you understand that, or I could go more simpler for you.
I understand what a leader is.
Okay.
Well, I think it's about time for breakfast.
And with that, you guys get ready for your breakfast, and we'll call it a night for tonight.